Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all our global family members joining us from across the world. My name is Ambassador Dr. Christine Obaigwa, and I'm deeply honored to serve as your co-host for this historic celebration, Legacy of Africa 2025, organized by the leaders of All Nations International, Loani. Today, as we mark Africa Day, we rise to celebrate leadership. We honor visionaries and change makers who are shaping the future of Africa through courage, compassion, and innovation. This is more than just an event. This is a celebration of legacy, a reflection of unity, and a global call to rise to higher levels together. So as we start, allow me to invite Reverend Phyllis Masinde to just say a short prayer for us.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Good whatever time. I know it's global, it's Africa. My job is easy this time, but I want to join each one and every one of you and just thank God for this opportunity. It's a great opportunity for leaders of Africa to say a short prayer. And also a fraternity that are able to pray in their own religious status. So I'm Reverend Phyllis Masinde, born in Kenya, living in Canada. Let's pray. We acknowledge our history, diversity, and express gratitude for God's blessings. And therefore, my brothers and sisters, this time, we want to thank God for the land of Africa, the land of diverse cultures, languages, which is driven by people. Thank you, my Father and my God. We thank you wholeheartedly and praise you for the beautiful landscapes and the resilience of the African people. We ask you for guidance for now and for our future and the future of Loani and all other leaders. I pray earnestly to you, God, to continue to inspire our leaders, both political, be it spiritual, at Loanis, and help each one of them serve with integrity. And for now, my brothers and sisters, I want to welcome the Holy Spirit, that it will go forth with us as we begin until the end. In Jesus' name, I pray.
Amen. Thank you so much, Reverend, for the beautiful prayer. And leaders, we are talking about Loani. Somebody is asking, what is Loani? Leaders of All Nations International. Loani is a global movement for change, a uniting force, uniting nations, empowering generations, and transforming lives. Leaders of All Nations International is a globally recognized movement dedicated to fostering unity, inclusivity, and sustainable impact across the world, not just in one continent, but all continents, with representation of all the 7 continents in the world, that is Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Australia, and even Antarctica. Loani serves as a beacon of connection, collaboration, and transformation. Guided by the principles of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs, there are 17 of them, Loani empowers individuals and communities through education, leadership, development, humanitarian outreach, and global partnerships. While we proudly celebrate and elevate Africa's legacy, as well as leadership and cultural richness, our mission extends far beyond. We are equally committed to supporting marginalized and vulnerable communities worldwide, breaking down barriers and building inclusive pathways to opportunities. At the heart of Loani is the belief that all means all. No one is excluded and every voice counts. We envision a world where everyone belongs, everyone is heard and is empowered to lead, to thrive, and contribute meaningfully to a better future. Through strategic initiatives, cultural exchanges, and platforms that uplift everyone, women, men, youth, and the underrepresented groups, Loani continues to bridge divides and foster a future grounded in unity, compassion, and shared humanity. From heads of states to grassroots change makers, from cooperative leaders to youth visionaries, Loani unites a vibrant and diverse global network under one bold mission that says all means all. At Loani, all means all is not just a statement, it is a way of life. We are a symbol of love. We are a symbol of unity and shared purpose, committed to ensuring that no one is left behind, regardless of race, regardless of gender, background, ability, geography, name them. Through advocacy, education, collaboration, and action, we champion diversity, promote equity, and expand access to opportunity. Across Africa and around the globe, we are building a world where every individual is seen, every individual is supported and empowered to lead and create lasting impact. And so that is about Loani. And Loani has got leadership that you're going to learn about, to get to know about. And at Loani, every leader belongs. Now today we are celebrating what? The legacy of Africa. Now what are we talking about when we are talking about the legacy of Africa? Remember, the legacy of Africa is a movement of pride, a movement of purpose and power. It is Loani's heartfelt tribute to the sons and daughters of Africa who are shaping the future with integrity, courage, and unwavering commitment to change. Today, through the Legacy of Africa celebration, we honor transformational leaders whose work transcends borders. These are individuals who preserve our heritage, protect our values, empower communities, and inspire the next generation to rise from confidence and dignity. Now we are talking about leaders in Africa and leaders out of Africa who are doing great things in Africa. Today we are celebrating Africa. Legacy is not just what we leave behind, it is what we build today that lasts forever. And these honorees are a living proof that Africa's heartbeat is strong, visionary, and unstoppable. Together we rise to celebrate leadership. Together we create a legacy that echoes across nations. And welcome to all that are in and those that are joining us. Even as they come in and as they go out, everybody should feel at home and welcome. And now it is time that I need to bring to you our host. Our host. Are you there? Adobe Onyekweli. Those who know Adobe, I don't know what you know about this beautiful lady, but there is so much that I can say, rather I can talk about her. But I just want to introduce her briefly so that you get to know her as she starts, as we start working together, and accept her, love her, enjoy as she leads us on. Adobe Onyekweli Bakare is a trainee family mediator. She is currently working towards full family mediation council accreditation. She recently qualified as an accredited civil and commercial mediator, that is in April 2025. She started mediating at workplace and community disputes in 2016. So we are talking about somebody who unites people, and we are lucky, we are blessed at Loani to have a mediator amongst us. Adobe then transitions into family mediation. She completed her family mediation foundation training in November 2023 and working with experienced family mediators since February 2024. Adobe currently works as a senior prison library assistant in Her Majesty's Maximum Security Prison for Men. Adobe is married and a mother of 2 lovely children. And so that is our host today. Can we put our hands together through our reactions on the chat just to welcome her so that she can take us through this beautiful occasion? Welcome our host. Please unmute yourself.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Ambassador Christine, for introducing me. Very much appreciated. Thank you, everyone, for, can you all hear me? Thank you, everyone, for being here today. Today is a great day. And what are we celebrating? We are celebrating Africa Day. Before we go on, let me just tell you a little bit about Africa Day. Africa Day was created. Before we start, I'd like to introduce Professor Caroline Makaka so that she can come on and open the floor before I go. Professor, the floor is yours.
Okay, give me 1 sec. Can you hear me? Ada, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Can you? Okay. You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Yeah, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone. I also want to say thank you so much to Christine for the opening and also for the opening prayer. Thank you so much. I also want to thank you, Ada, as well, and thank everyone who is here today as we celebrate Africa Day. And I just want to appreciate each and every one of you. And as you can see, what I've put today, we're talking about legacy. So on this statement, it said, your legacy is every life you touched. So why are we here today? And why your legacy matter? That's what I want to talk about. So today, we're celebrating you, not just for what you've done, but for the powerful legacy you are building for tomorrow. Your legacy is not only written in achievement, accolades, awards, but in the lives you touch, the stories you elevate, and the future you are building. So I will leave you with this. When we unite in purpose, our legacy becomes a bridge connecting our past, empowering our future, and eliminating the world around us. So thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Caroline. I like that quote about your legacy is every life you touched, and then how you can empower generation just by building your legacy. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we can go ahead. Africa Day was created on the 24th of May, 1963. It is what is known as the OAU. Why we celebrate Africa Day, it has nothing to do with colonialism at the moment. It's just about showcasing how far Africa has gone and how the people have changed their life and how empowering they have become. So it's not only about Africans. There's so many people that are from USA, Philippines, Canada. They are all celebrating Africa Day with us. And it's also because most of you from other continents, you have contributed immensely as well. So you deserve this celebration. So what I like to find out is to go ahead and tell you a little bit. Please, if you can change your name on some of us might have iPhone 3 or iPhone 4. It's easier to change your name from iPhone 4 to your name so that it's easy to call you. And also please try and be on the camera so that we can support everyone. We are going to start by calling the special guest first. Then we go by continent to continent. So those who are about to fall into midnight will be called first and then followed by the other continents. So Professor Caroline, can you give us the special girls, please?
Yeah, we start with Lady Robbie Mota.
Sorry? Okay. So you have 2 minutes to talk about how your legacy and how what you're doing is impacting, is helping the legacy. It's just for us to know and appreciate you, and also for others to learn. So I'll be calling Ambassador Lady Dr. Robbie Mota. Dr. Robbie Mota, please can you introduce yourself and also say a bit about how your legacy is impacting? Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Distinguished leaders, esteemed honorees, and beautiful friends from across the globe. I am deeply humbled and incredibly honored to be with you today in celebration of Africa Day, a day that radiates the soul, strength, and unity of a magnificent continent that has given so much to the world. Although I'm not African by birth, I feel Africa in my heart. Through the work of my nonprofit, the Global Society for Female Entrepreneurs, I've had the joy of partnering with and supporting women and distinct and gentlemen in communities throughout the world, including Africa. I have seen firsthand the brilliance, resilience, and beauty of African women who work daily as entrepreneurs, educators, mothers, and leaders despite every obstacle. Sorry, I have allergies in the morning. To be recognized along each remarkable change maker is a blessing beyond words. I accept the Legacy of Africa award, and for myself alone, not for myself alone, but on behalf of every woman who dares to dream, who lifts others as she climbs, and who shows up for community with love and purpose. Africa is not just a place as a heart. It is a heartbeat, a source of wisdom, and a beacon of hope. And today, as we honor her legacy, let us also commit to working in unity across borders, beyond differences, that together we are stronger. And I look forward in July in Africa to meet all of you at the Loani Africa event. Thank you, Loani, for the profound recognition. I will forever treasure this moment and continue my work in service to humanity, with Africa always close to my heart.
Well said, Lady Ambassador Dr. Robbie Mota. A day that radiates the soul and unity of Africa. And I like what he said, that to every woman who does to dream and show up, which is your favorite tagline. Together we are strong. Well said, and thank you very much. Thank you for what you've shared with us, that though not Africa by birth, but you have supported Africa by your work and what you do. Thank you very much. And the next special guest is Ambassador Leonora Peterson. Ambassador Leonora Peterson, the floor is yours. Okay, probably she's not in yet. Can we call Dr. Randy Ward? Dr. Randy Ward, the floor is yours. Can you give us in 2 minutes what?
Yes, thank you. Yes, first of all, I'm so honored to be recognized for my genuine love and contribution to Africa. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of the other incredible people being recognized. I feel so humbled to be in your presence today. The dress I am wearing, by the way, is from Egypt, a gift from a young man there who calls me mom. I have many children around the world. I just didn't birth them, which is the good news. He lost his birth mother 3 years before we met in 2011 and adopted me as his mother. I gladly accepted. I'm Ambassador Dr. Randy D. Ward from Atlanta, Georgia, USA, the Loani Global Visionary Goodwill Ambassador. I'm also a 50-plus year educator, best-selling author, editor, and speaker, book coach, and co-owner of RM Infinite. This is my African story. I have been in 63 countries in 4 continents, 8 countries in Africa. 4 times in Egypt, South Africa, and Eswatini, twice, Morocco, Botswana, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Kenya. And I will return to Kenya in July with the Loani program. I'm so excited about that. Africa stole my heart, and I wanted to find so many ways to help to contribute and help the people in Africa. So in 2011 and 12, I taught ESOL, English as a Second Language, to young adults in Cairo, Egypt, during the revolution there, by the way, and came home and wrote my first book, my memoir, in 2012. Because I believed in me, my Egyptian fantasy came true. I wanted to tell my story as an English teacher living in a revolution and having the biggest adventure of my life, but I also wanted to share the story of the Egyptian people and their struggle for democracy. Shortly after that, I opened 2 schools in Cairo from 2013 through 2016, Rise Up for Adults and 6 October Nursery for preschool children. Sadly, for things beyond my control, both schools are now closed. But I began my YouTube channel. I wanted to find another way to promote Africa. So I have 48 channels, 48 videos. 17 of them are related to Africa. I've done many interviews about my life in Egypt and its culture to honor the friends I met there, who are now, many of them, family. These are included in interviews in South Africa with Shamila Ramshawan, Nigeria, Morocco, Egypt, and Algeria. After my school was closed, I continued to mentor and tutor students in Egypt, Morocco, Algeria as a volunteer. I even helped 2 students get Fulbright scholarships to study here in the United States. Since 2013, I have hosted 9 Egyptians and Moroccans in my home who either were studying here or immigrating here with their green cards won via the USA lottery. I am the former USA Regional Director for African Nomads Conservation in Kenya, a project to save animals and plant trees, and the Honorary President of World Peace Forest Africa in Egypt, also a moringa tree project. Both organizations sadly were dissolved a few years ago during COVID, and I'm hoping they'll be revitalized soon. Besides my Egyptian memoir, I've written 2 novels. Random Wandering takes place in Egypt and Kenya and 5 other countries, and the sequel, Wandering No More, takes place in Egypt, but mainly in Kenya, and will be launched in the Masai Mara on July 29th during the Loani Kenya Conference Week. It's about a fictional wildlife animal rescue hospital I created in the Masai Mara. I'm a huge African animal advocate. I hope this book will encourage readers to join my Save the Endangered Animals mission. By the way, all of these books, the Egyptian memoir and Random Wanderings, are already in the Alexandria Library in Egypt, which, by the way, is the oldest library in the world. And I know some of my other friends have been able to get their books in there, Robbie and Shevra, and I'm in those books too as a co-author and an editor. So I'm proud of this. Besides being a writer, I'm also a master editor. My Moroccan friend, Ayub Katie, and I created Morocco Pens, an online magazine that allows non-native English writers, many of them from Africa, to submit their work and become published authors at no cost to them. I am humbly the recipient of many African awards. We Are the Change Africa Global Creative Hero in 2024 by Loani, 2021 and 2023 Nelson Mandela Humanitarian Awards, a humanitarian honorary doctorate from Egypt, 2022 Egyptian International Organization of Ambassadors for Peace and Human Science for Leading Lady on International Women's Day, and an Ambassador of Happiness Award from Queen Eden of Berlin, who was also a bridesmaid in my 2024 wedding, along with Professor Caroline, Shebra, and a few other people that are here. They were part of my wedding a year ago. It is my dream and desire to continue to find ways to help people and communities in Africa. I'm always open to new projects, so contact me if you think I might be able to help you. Thank you once again for this prestigious recognition. In my heart, I'm part African and always will be. Happy African Day to everyone here today. Continue to pursue your dreams. Remember, as I always do, to dream bigger. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you so much, Dr. Randy Wood. Wow, incredible. All these books and also having to wear what your godchild made for you. Oh my God, it looks even more beautiful. Thank you so much. All these accomplishments, they're quite wonderful. For this, I'm going to be saying, I think just to let you all know, in order to promote the African Day, I'll be saying thank you in African language, which is Eshe in Yoruba. That is coming from the southern part of Nigeria. And Dalo, which is also thank you, coming from another southern part of Nigeria, because that's where I'm from. Feel free to use your own language to say thank you. So thank you, Dr. Randy Wood, for all your incredible accomplishments. Thank you. And we'll see you in Safari in Kenya. Thank you. The next person to speak on stage is Lord Simon. Lord Simon. Lord Simon, the floor is yours.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever you are. And it's an honor to be here today. And it's an honor, again, to receive this award of Legacy of Africa. I know I'm not African, I'm Scottish, but Africa really is my spiritual home. I've spent some time living in Africa, in South Africa, and it's the most amazing country and the most incredible continent, and it's a land of opportunity. And I mean, I have so many thank yous to say to so many people within Loani, but I would like to say a special thank you to Her Highness Dr. Winifred Gitonga, who actually introduced me to Loani and really opened my eyes in a very big way to the scope that is there in Africa. And I thank her from the bottom of my heart for including me in Africa as a great continent. 2025 has been an amazing year so far for me. I've been involved with aquaculture and fisheries and fish processing and food processing in general, and the blue economy for many years. And this year in particular has really brought together many projects for me, which, at the end of the day, it's going to help feed people, it's going to create employment, it's going to empower communities, and it's going to especially be providing good nutritional food in some of the probably remoter areas. And I'm very proud and very honored to been a part of this and to have been really taken under the wing of so many people within Africa as well, who are themselves making these projects possible. So, and we have another project coming up as well very, very soon. The groundwork has been started on it already. And this is one which I'm actually going to be devoting a considerable amount of time to. And that is a humanitarian issue, which is in the north of Kenya, in the North Hor constituency. And we've had a couple of meetings just recently. I was introduced to this crisis with a PowerPoint presentation, which actually virtually had me in tears. And I showed it to one or two other people as well, and the same reaction. And people in the North Hor area are going through a serious crisis of drought. I mean, numbers I've got there from the PowerPoint in 21 to 23, 80% of livestock was lost. We can help resolve that issue. 11 children died of malnutrition. We can help resolve that issue. I've managed to contact a company in America who themselves are experts in finding water using high technology, satellite technology, far, far above what I can figure out personally. But these people, with our help together, we can bring the water that is desperately needed to the North Hor constituency of Kenya. The North Hor constituency, to give you an idea of the scale, is about 1.5 times the size of Rwanda. That represents a lot of people. It's about 1.5 times the size of Israel. It's a huge number of people that are represented in the North Hor constituency, and they are really struggling for life just now with the crisis they've got there. So I'm so pleased that I can help there. And I think with the prayers and the help of everybody in Loani, we can make these people's lives much, much better for their good and bring them prosperity as well. They deserve it. Thank you. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that Loani has done and for the great uplifting of faith that Loani has given me as well. Thank you.
Oh, what a good story. You've done so much for Africa. Thank you so much. Eshel Dalo. That is saying thank you in Africa. This is in tune with the African Day.
Thank you.
Eshel means thank you. Dalo means thank you. They are both from southern part of Nigeria. I'm quite intrigued that you've devoted your time so much to doing all this. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much.
It is my privilege and my honor to be able to help as much as I can for Africa, my adopted home. Thank you.
We also welcome you. Thank you so much. And before we go on the next one, I just want to tell you that something that you don't know, that Africa is home to 3,000 ethnic minority groups and more than 2,000 languages. So just for you to know. So we call on Juhi Khan. Juhi, are you Juhi Khan? Can you unmute yourself and share your story with us?
Thank you so much. And happy Africa Day to everyone, honorable Loani members, Caroline Makaka, Professor Caroline Makaka, esteemed dignitaries, and dear friends. It is an incredible honor to be here today, celebrating the strength, spirit, and unity of Africa. I'm truly humbled to receive this recognition. For me, this award reflects the power of humanity and what we can achieve when we stand together. Thank you for choosing me and bringing me together with such amazing dignitaries. And let me tell you about my journey. One of the most meaningful chapters in my journey was supporting over 350 African nationals during pandemic when everything was locked down, including 44 Ghanaians at that time during a critical time. I had arranged air tickets, repatriation flight for them, accommodation, medical care, and food. So now these 44 Ghanaians, they gave me the title for being a mummy. So I am a proud mother of 44 Ghanaians. And the simple words touched my heart deeply. It reminded me that real impact is felt, not through the grand actions, but through compassion and care. Today, as we celebrating more than just a day, we celebrate a continent that radiates resilience, culture, and connection. Let us carry forward this spirit in our work and in hearts, ensuring no one is left behind. Thank you so much for each one of the Loani and their partners for this honor. I accept it on behalf of every soul who believes in kindness without borders, and I am humbled to receive it. Thank you so much for including me among such beautiful dignitaries who are doing tremendous work for Africa. And my heart, I can say, and soul belongs to Africa. And I'm looking forward to being with you all one day soon. But sadly, on July, I won't be able to be there as my health is not permitting me. But I am there in the spirits, and I'm just a phone call away anytime, anytime. Happy Africa Day to all my lovely friends. Thank you so much.
Wow. Dalo Eshe, thank you so much for what you shared with us. I like that quote that real impact is achieved through compassion and care, ensuring that no one is left behind. Thank you. That is actually true. Thank you so much. And the next person is Ambassador Mary Roris. The floor is yours, Ambassador Mary Roris.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Let me start by greeting you all. I love being here. I am very grateful for the opportunity. And it's so good to see so many people from all over the world in the same screen and with one purpose, to help. Thank you to the leader, Professor Superwoman Caroline Macaca. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the legacy that Loani lives in sustainability and in supporting communities. Africa, it's an incredible continent. We all have a little bit of Africa in us. Today, more than ever, we can and must contribute to a better world, to a better Africa, helping communities to be more independent and resilient in water, in energy and food. It's our mission. So many communities need support. Let's make it happen. Let's use the skills that God gave us to help these communities become better. We do this all over the world. We help communities by providing tools and knowledge to become more autonomous. From Europe to Asia, from Africa to America, we want to contribute to change. Change is possible. Change is happening. God bless you, Africa. Help, contribute, leave a legacy. See you all in Kenya. Have an amazing Africa Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dalo Eshe. We like the way that you mean Africa should contribute to better world and create better communities. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that with us. And we'll see you too in Kenya.
Thank you again.
Thank Kenya. And I also like to share with you that the Africa diaspora has great influence on African community. They have shaped the way Africa is being seen all over the world through their music, jazz, reggae. In fact, they've come tops. Most of the time when I go to shops, be it different ethnicity, all I hear is the African music. So those are part of the celebration we're having. So I'm going to be handing it over to my co-host.
Wow, thank you so much, Ada. Thank you so much, Ada. And now we come to a very special moment in our program. Of course, all moments are special, but we want to hear directly from our phenomenal nominees. These are not just leaders in title, but change makers in action, individuals who are lifting communities, preserving our culture, and shaping Africa's legacy through vision, passion, and purpose. And these are the Africans in the room. And so I want to start with none other than Her Excellency, Ambassador Dr. Winfred Gitonga. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome.
Good evening. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Christina and Professor Caroline, for having me here this afternoon. My name's Dr. Winfred Wajiko Gitonga. I'm the Africa chairperson of Loani and also a board of trustees. Today is a very exciting day while we are presented and engaging with the readers of all nations. And I take this moment to really talk about Africa because one, I am a humanitarian and also an entrepreneur and a businesswoman to that. When I joined the humanitarian field about 20 years ago, and I have loved to work and associate with communities, with partners, with stakeholders. And that's what makes me who I am. So I lived in the US for a number of years, about 10 years. I had no business coming back to Africa until I was moved to see the bigger picture. And I came back with a mindset to play my active role and to take my position in rebuilding Africa. So in that regard, I founded an organization called Horn of Africa Smart Cities, where my vision was to activate readers and prayers to adapt the green economy within the African concept. So I'm excited being a Loani because I have really built myself. I have it's a platform where I have learned a lot. It's a platform where I've been able to engage with the development partners. It's a platform where I have been able to have the tools of engaging with the local stakeholders, leaders, and decision makers in all spectrums. In that regard, I have undertaken my position to devise systems on how I engage with the local stakeholders, the CBOs, the policymakers, and also the development partners, one of them being Honorable Dr. Sebastian, who is, I think, presented in this meeting. I've been interacting with Ambassador Dr. Aaron. Marietta is a good friend of mine. All those are our resource partners who have given me all the strength and the spirit to move on. In that regard, I would commit to say I have really engaged with the government machinery like the North Hall constituency, where we are working together with Lord Simon and other development partners to address the plight of the North Hall region, and not only North Hall region, we are looking at the broader spectrum of the entire region of the northeastern Kenya, which will also translate to all the semi-arids from in the African continent, because my address is not only Kenya. We address the spectrum of the entire African continent. So I'm very excited about this celebration. It has given me time to reflect on where we are as a continent, and it has provoked me to put a little more effort to engage with the policyholders and government machinery so that we are able to really devise another path to socio-economic development. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Wow, amazing. That is Mama Africa. Awesome. Let us appreciate her. Now, next, we are going to move to Asia. Asia, I want to call upon Shamila. Shamila in the room. Please let us get to know you and what you're doing to make a difference in Africa.
Hello, everyone. Good day. Adobe and Ambassador Christine, our beautiful host today. Professor Caroline Makaka and team, esteemed visionary leaders across the globe. I'm so excited to be here today, as always. So today we celebrate Africa, its spirit, its stories, and its strength. My name is Shamila Ramchawan. I'm an academic, a global award-winning entrepreneur, an author, a player part ambassador for Brand South Africa, and I was recently elected into one of South Africa's nation-building organizations, the Black Management Forum. As everybody will know, it's a BMF, as an executive member in the National Events Committee, overseeing both marketing and communications, as well as stakeholder management. Being Africa means more than geography. It is about heart, heritage, and hope. It is the fire in our voices, the rhythm in our footsteps, and the resilience in our journey. We are not defined by borders. We are connected by purpose. As a proud South African living in Southeast Asia, I carry my country with me in every global room I enter. From the Red Corner Show to founding the Olympus International Awards South Africa and keeping girls in school during menstruation with the Princess D Menstrual Cup. I am committed to putting South Africa and Africa on the map and opening doors for others across the globe. Africa is not waiting to be saved. Africa is rising with leaders like you, with vision and with purpose. And I'm proud to play my part in shaping that future. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to Professor Caroline Makaka and Ambassador Winfred for recognizing me as one of the 30 leaders for the Africa of Legacy Awards. This accolade is a powerful reminder that the work we do to uplift, empower, and inspire across Africa does not go unseen. Thank you, Professor Caroline and Ambassador Winfred, for your visionary leadership and consistent commitment to celebrating African excellence. I am truly proud to be part of a movement that continues to shape our continent's legacy. Happy Africa Day to everyone. Let's spread peace, love, and kindness. And all the best from Southeast Asia, Cambodia.
Wow. And good night. Thank you for the sacrifice. I know it's really late for you, Shamila.
It's almost 10 p.m. It's okay. Still.
Yeah. Ada?
Thank you so much, Dr. Christine. That was very good. And we'd like to call on Ambassador Leonora Peterson to share with us how she's changing legacy in Africa using what she's doing. Ambassador Leonora Peterson, the floor is yours.
Well, praise you, everybody. It's truly an honor to be a part this year again of the celebration of Africa International Africa Day. I am so honored. Sorry I was late. I'm just getting out of service. I went to an early service so I can participate in this particular program at this time here in United States. I think our time is about maybe 10, almost 11 o'clock a.m. So with that being said, as always, I am truly, truly honored to be chosen as one of the Legend of Africa honoree this year. So much has been happening with our organization, Global International Alliance. We are now participating in all 50 states here in the United States, as well as other countries around the world. And God have blessed us to be able to launch a new program, which will be launching out as of October, which is going to be the International Diplomat Ambassadors of the World. And we will be training in that because we want to be able to show unity with others like yourself and other members from around the world. We are blessed to let you know that now Professor Caroline Makaka signature is now on the honorary doctorate degree. So she's has been voted in to be one of our signatures. And we want to be able to help her as she implement around the world with other countries because she does so much traveling. And she's our eyes, she's our ears, and she brings back to us what's going on around the world, what's needed, what we need to do to help one another. And also I want to give a shout out to all of the GIA alumni that's online today as yourself. It's truly an honor to see you and to know that you're doing well. But with this program, we want to be able to have more input from individuals like yourself to bring to the forefront so we can spread the gospel of what's happening with everyone as well as our programs, because we have to connect like a tree so we can blossom and for his kingdom, regardless of what your religion is, your creed, your color. We want to be able to let others know that we exist as leaders of all nations. So if you are interested in becoming a part of this particular program that I'm speaking of, I would need for you to please send me your logo, not your flag, but your logo of your foundation or your programs that you are submitting on your own in leadership in your country so we can put you on our new certificate to be branched and to be acknowledged when people travel to know that you are in partnership with us. You can send it to giaprocessing@gmail.com. I will put it in the inbox so everybody can know where to send it, and also send a small bio of what you do for your community or for your organization so we can let that be known in our new archive, because we want to send others to you to help you. But again, I thank you for choosing me, because without you, there would not be us. And I thank the Lord and I thank a high above for just choosing us in leadership. Next year will be Dr. Makaka and I's 10th year of celebration, and we want to do a big celebration ourselves over in London. I want to take it back to London, and she says she promised that we can do that. I know everybody's planning to go to Kenya this year. I will not be able to participate, but I hope I can send some representatives to just celebrate in place of me and send over some accolades to give out to others there. But I am planning to connect in Canada this year, because that's one time I will be able to. And this is also a program that is connected with the United Nations here in New York. So we will be in New York in September, standing a bar for us. But I am just so belated as far as just being chosen again. Congratulations to everyone that have been chosen this year. And hopefully we all will come together soon and abroad to just be able to do more for our peoples, let alone for our country. God bless you. And it's good seeing you as always. I don't get to see you that often, but online. But it's an honor to see that you're still working with leaders of all nations. God bless everybody. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you may be. And I love you.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Leonora. I like the fact that we have to connect like a tree so that we can blossom. Thank you. And we're happy that you said that they should connect with you by sending a message sending a small bio of what you do for your community. If you want to connect with Ambassador Leonora, to GIA Processing gmail.com. Is that right, Ambassador Lenora?
Yes, that's right. Like I said, we want to be able to put your logo on our new certificate. This is a certified certificate that is certified from now the United Nations, as well as processing of continued education. So we wanted to be known who you are. And if you're interested, no matter what you are doing in humanitarianism, we need to know so we can have that particular type of training. We will also be recording individuals so you can train in the future as well, because we want it to be known around the world, because I know people are watching us every day. It's a big need. For you, this really would not be a cost of the training if you are already a GIA alumni, but there is a fee for the newcomers. So please let this be known to us. I will put the information in the box, like I stated, and we'll take it from there. It's a new season. It's a new time, and it's time for us to make a change. And I thank you again.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Are you aware that Africa is the second largest continent? It is surrounded by the Mediterranean Sea, the Red Sea, the Indian Ocean, and the Atlantic Ocean. So we connect by emotion. Africa connects by emotion, and that's what you can see that Africa has a lot of diverse cultures because it can't get away from everybody. So Africa is somewhere that connects. It's a connector. So just to let you know that, please stay as we're trying to get through as quickly as possible. The next person that we'd like to call to share how she's helping the community or the African by her work is Aruna. Aruna, can you unmute yourself and share with us how you've been impacting the world with what you are doing?
Yeah, good evening or good afternoon. How is everyone doing? Doctor, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm sorry, I'm in a transit on the airport. My name is Dr. Aruna Varsani, and I'm a philanthropist into advocating for menstrual health and hygiene. It's been 11 years I'm doing this work across Kenya, where I provide reusable sanitary towels, plastic-free, chemical-free, and also solution for 2 years. When I started the initiative, I saw there's a lot of need into the menstruation, and I realized that what can I do in this space, especially when I have to look for the solution for long term. In the world, 1 million girls miss out on school because of not having period product. But in my little research of 11 years, almost 99% girls miss out on education and menstrual health and hygiene. And that's what I'm advocating for. When I started the initiative, I saw that also 50% girls drops out of schools. They don't achieve their dreams and their initiative and their goals due to not having ethical word and not having enough education around mental health and hygiene. Same time also, they don't know how to react. And we have to choose multiple approach to educate girls and the community into the different sector in different ways, because we deal with the extreme community across Kenya. And I go to almost 20 counties I've been to. I worked with the borders of Kenya. I have worked with the different culture-based communities, and I reach out to 68,000 girls, and I empowered them with the reusable sanitary towels and make sure they're in the school, achieving their goals, at least with the confidence they're participating in a day-to-day activity. I do have also about 75 from 10 different university students who are educating this with me. So I have a youth which is drive also with me, my mission and vision. They all are volunteer based, and they are all in a special, very different way, because they qualified as engineers, some are lawyers, some are doctors, some are also IT qualified or business. So they bring this value to our foundation. At the same time, we create a platform for them to perform across our initiative So they get at least a stepping stone when it's also come to look for their first job. Because I have experienced there are 10 different doctors who are freshly graduate, but they don't have a job. So we said, okay, how can we create also impact from both sides? And we can create that first platform for us to do. And we said, okay, they're going to go to the field, give the correct education. And the first thing we do is give the information, the formal letter that what they've done with us, and that's become a stepping stone to our volunteers also. It's been 11 years we are educating this and across Kenya, but now we have started going outside Kenya also. I've done a lot of philanthropy work in India. I received multiple international and national government awards. I've done a TED Talk. I'm able to share with you in a group where I've done my TED Talk also. I'm one of the Asian community who holds the doctorate in two doctorate in two different areas. My one is in human science, and the second, my doctorate is a human empowerment. So these are the two sectors I hold my doctorate. Yeah, and as we say, there's lots more coming up. We have created a movie on period sharing, which is based on true story. And this movie right now we are using as a tool to educate the community, educate the different sectors, educate different genders also, to make sure also we involve a boy child also in our education. We do the CSR project with the companies because we follow very strongly some of the SDGs, and we make sure we're also impacting and restoring our environment by providing plastic-free pads. As we all know, single-use pad takes about 800 years to decompose. One piece of pad, where we promoting something plastic-free, very organic, and it takes only 3 months to decompose once the life is over. But what we are doing something very special as a foundation is wherever there is a room, we teach our girls how to make their own sanitary towels. By doing this, we are removing problem from grassroots because the need is so huge. And also the syllabus are so different than what it used to be before. So what we have done is now we say we will partner with the different organizations, and one or two of the partners, one is Armor Health of Africa, and the second one is Red Cross Kenya, who has a base in every village and every place where we are going. And they are the one who holds our training. And they now, once we leave the place, they outreach to the schools and start teaching our girls how to make sanitary towels. The extreme cases I have come across in my 11 years journey is the suicide cases are happening. Teen pregnancy is high rated in Kenya. Certain regions, they are actually very dangerous, red zone. Some areas, because it's happened straight for sex for pads, the HIV infections are going at the borderline because that's what's happening. And also drop out of the school, early marriage, and all these things, the unhygienic items, our girls are opting to also use it. So there's a lot of challenge we are tackling at a go, but we do qualify into the sector of health. We qualify sector into the education because we make sure girls back in the school. We qualify also into the gender base because we are involving both genders now in our education and menstrual health and hygiene. We also qualify for equality and empowerment because we are skilling these girls how to make their own sanitary towels. So thank you so much, doctors, for giving me this platform. Sorry, I'm in a transit to travel. I had a movie screening today in Mombasa where 350 people have come to see a true story movie based on period shaming, where a girl took a step to suicide herself in Bomet County. So this is another tool we are using it. So I really appreciate this platform. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. What an incredible story. Your two doctorate and everything. And I'm quite I had to commend you on how you help these women to change their lives by teaching them how to make their own sanitary pads. That is actually empowerment. Thank you so
Yes, so by doing that also we are skilling them. So in case they have to look for a small SME business, they can start making their own pad in a region and sell it also, because the idea is to upscale and empowerment, not only hand out the sanitary towels.
Exactly. Thank you so much. And then, empowering the girls I like the fact that you said so that they can have their own business as well. That is very, very incredible. Thank you. Oshe, Dalo. Yeah, and we'd like to call on the next speaker. The next speaker is Suku. Suku, can you unmute yourself and share with us how you've been using how you've been helping Africa with the legacy using your own inputs?
So, greetings to everyone. First of all, I'm honored to be part of this distinguished honorees. Please, if my voice is a bit low, I'm not feeling too good, but I'll speak. Yeah, I mean, Africa, I always say where my heart beats. And when we're talking Africa, we're not talking about a country, we're talking about a continent. So, let's talk about it. Obviously, sometimes we do Zooms. We talk about mental health and abuse, but this year it's been about mental health abuse and substance abuse. So I had a mission to Bulawayo. So I started in the churches on the mental health and the community. I was trying to take out the myth that our elders, when you see them wandering at night, it's witchcraft. So we had to talk about Alzheimer's and dementia. And what really impressed me is, as much as they were old enough to be my mothers, they were really interested and they were writing down. Others were actually saying, yeah, that's the reason why she did that, she did that. But I didn't stop there. From there, I had to call the community boys. There's this alcohol recently, it's called Njengo. It's destroying boys, and it's 65%. I had to go personally to invite them because once they buy that Njengo alcohol thing, they feel they want more because it's small, but it's very. So my mom helped. We did some bit of scones and stuff, invited them. And once again, I was impressed that they were actually listening. Because whenever I sit with the youth, I don't stand authoritative. We're just sitting like in a board. So they told me that we are into this because once there's no job, and two, there's not much to do, and three, nobody listens. So after giving them the chance, we ended up getting to a situation where I said, how about doing voluntary work? How about doing something if you've got a talent? And it was clear that they didn't know much about mental health, but they were willing. So we spoke and we discussed and we got to the situation where we were going to do a WhatsApp group. And I didn't stop there. I then went. That's the real part from the bottom of my heart that I just knew this was God. We went to the juvenile. I went to the juvenile and the leader, they said, so you can help them. We went to the hall. We actually sat together because I said, look, guys, it's a discussion. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. We're all the same. Oh my God, they opened up. They were telling me the type of drugs they do, what they take, and the reason they do it. And as I listened, I realized that they felt lost because, as much as it's supposed to be juvenile rehabilitation, it wasn't rehabilitation, it was more punishment. So the more we spoke and the more I listened, I realized that they want more. They want change because most of them have been parents that said we don't want them, they're troublesome, all stuff. And then when we spoke about it, and I asked them, okay, when you take those things, how do they make you feel? High. Okay, fine. But afterwards, how do they make you feel? I feel, they say they feel they want more. So I said an example. I said, you know what, guys? Anybody who gives you something that will have you pass out is capable of doing something to you. Do you know boys can be actually said abused, can be raped? You know, two of them actually lifted their hands and they said, yes, it happened to me. You know, the fact that these are boys, these are in juvenile, but they are open enough. They said, I've never told somebody, I've never told anybody. They started to explain, this happened this way, this way, this way. I said, okay, so if we are to stop this, how can we stop it? Because as you have realized that when you pass out and you say you don't know what had happened, the dangers of it. And another great, I don't know, three of them said, the other said, I stopped at grade 7, but I want to go back to school. Mind you, going back to school does not mean they are going to school. They'll be living there and going to school. In the end, I had 4 boys saying they want to go to school. In the end, I had to discuss with the leader. He said, what? Them? I said, yes, I spoke to them. They want help to go back to school. And so that showed me that when it comes to the boy child, we really listen because we put them on a pedestal to say, you are going to look after your sisters. Men don't cry. Be strong like a man. So that mission had me saying, I'm doing a mission, not forgetting the boy child for a change. But it was great. And then from there, I had to go to the children's, which was a primary, talking about exploitation and trafficking. First, I had to speak to the teachers. Then afterwards, I spoke to the children. And I was amazed because they knew some, but they didn't know it all. So you see, I could say the mission this time, I think God had sent me to those places, not the places that you plan and say, I'm going to do this. In the end, I had to go to be with the elderly because I always have with them, and they told me their situations as well. So the fact that the boy child can now speak, the fact that the boy child can ask for help, to me was a change. To me, I was happy. And the fact that communities can now know there is dementia, there is Alzheimer's. Our elderly don't go out because they are witches, it's because they are ill. So all of this, the work that we went through is the one thing that will always be in my mind. And as I say again, I believe it was God sent. And I'm happy to say they want to listen, they want to learn. So as I speak now, I have 2 WhatsApp groups. For the boy child. Of course, the girls as well, I've always said one. And they are showing me what they are doing in volunteering. They are telling me. Others are even volunteering in the nursing home. To me, that's just one thing that Can Africa Day stands for. Africa that looks after our elderly. Africa that doesn't forget our boy child. Africa that will talk about situations that some people didn't want to speak about. So I'm sorry, I know my voice is not good, but I think for now, I'm happy that our Africa is revolving to be able to say we are not sticking to society norms, but we are opening our eyes and ears to learn and see what we can do to improve. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, our sister Suku. Thank you for inspiring us. Thank you for letting us know the work that you're doing, especially for the boy child. I'd like to kindly remind the next speakers, we only have 2 minutes. Kindly try to stay within the 2 minutes so that we are able to move the program smoothly, because we don't want to overstay in this meeting. Thank you for your cooperation. And so may I call upon Dr. Sebastian to tell us about who he is and what he is doing in the world, especially in Africa. Dr. Sebastian, the floor is yours. Is Dr. Sebastian in the room?
Sorry, thank you.
Okay.
I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, 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 indeed. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity today to be one of the recipients of this highly auspicious, highly important award. My background starts from academia. I was, after graduating from the University of Zambia, I won the Rhodes Scholarship and proceeded to study at the University of Oxford, where I obtained a Master of Philosophy in Business Studies. I then came back to Zambia and joined a management consulting company called Deloitte. And from that time, I have advanced my education to doctoral level. I have worked since then in the government, rising to the position of presidential advisor. And my key focus on the two presidents that I worked with directly in State House was focused on policy development and introducing new policies, particularly in the area of economics, trade, investment, and that has been my forte. In 2016, I was elected as the founding member of parliament for a constituency in the north of the country called Chembe. And I served as Zambia's representative to the Africa, Caribbean, Pacific, and European Union Joint Parliamentary Assembly based in Brussels. While I was serving as member of parliament, I was also serving on the African and European Parliament as Zambia's representative. I have worked, my focus has been on the area of investment, primarily as a first area of focus, because I believe that Africa, with all its natural resources, cannot justify its position as the poorest continent on the surface of this earth. That anomaly really challenges me. It challenges my philosophy of life. Hence, I focused and set up my own organization called the Zambian International Trade and Investment Center, for which I'm still a chief executive officer. I then also, in the year 2004, set up an organization called the Zambia-China Business Association, because I believed that no matter what we say, China has got the technology, and our biggest challenge in advancing our African economies is our incapacity to add value to our natural and agricultural raw materials. And unless we can get the technology, we cannot advance ourselves. As a result of our intervention as Zambia-China Business Association, we raised total trade levels from 200 million in 2004. Today, total trade between China and Zambia stands at over $5 billion. And one of the things that I have done, which has been a major calling for my social involvement, has been to help advocate for girl child education. During my campaign for Member of Parliament, I realized that a lot of young girls were dropping out of school. And in my maiden speech in Parliament on 1st November 2016, I challenged the government to start distributing sanitary pads to girls in rural areas for free, because this is a matter on which a girl child has no choice, because I challenged the government who are distributing condoms in schools, which are a matter of choice, and they had to intervene in schools. On 2nd October 2019, I moved a motion, a full private member's motion on the subject, which was adopted. And as at today, the government of Zambia is distributing free sanitary pads in schools across the country. That being the case, nevertheless, that is not enough. So I am working with a foundation called the Whisper a Dream Foundation, where we have gone beyond simply distributing to giving skills to the girls in schools on how to produce their own reusable sanitary pads. So this is an area of serious focus for me, and I think that my legacy could be written on promoting investment into Zambia and into Africa, having established the Vision Afrique Development Organization in collaboration with Dr. Winfred Wanjiku Gitonga, who spoke to us a little earlier. I love what I'm doing. I would love to work with Ambassador Dr. Leonarda and Dr. Aruna Vasani, who also seems to be working in the area of supporting girls' sanitation. I believe that when we educate the girl child, then we're educating the future of Africa, we're educating the future of our people. We don't want to create an army of illiterate, uneducated mothers. Mothers must be given the skills for them to be able to contribute effectively to the well-being of their children, to the well-being of their communities, to the well-being of their countries, and indeed the well-being of their continent of Africa. Thank you very much. You are muted.
Hello. Thank you very much for your contribution. And hi. Okay, she's back.
Yeah, I was actually saying thank you
I know,
so much.
I couldn't see.
I was so like, wow, this is just amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Sebastian, for the legacy you're leaving in the world, or rather you are building. I mean, that is amazing, and thank you for everybody who is working with you to do this. So may I request if there is anybody from Asia. If you are from Asia, we know that it is late at night, and we like you to be comfortable so that you can go to bed. Anybody from Asia that is supposed to be awarded and has not spoken? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So if there is no one from Asia, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to usher in another leader, Diana Kamande. Please, Diana, it is your time. Come on, tell us who you are and what difference are you making in the world? Are you leaving a legacy? Diana, unmute yourself if you're in the room. And please, everyone, rename your gadgets. Use your name. Yeah, use your name, Galaxy. Let's know who you are. Rename your gadget so that we know if you're really...
She's not, she's in the road. She will be.
Okay. So can I call on Consolata? Is it Consolate? Consolate, are you in the room? Consolate, are you in the room?
Is it Consolata or is it me? Consolata.
Yes. Yes, Consolata, yes. Yes, it is you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. My name is Consolata. I'm happy to be here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, and wherever you are watching me from. My name is Consolata Waivaka. woman soap. And sorry, I'm having cold. Um, I'm having cold, but it's okay. I can push on. My name is Consolata Waithaka, the founder of Woman's Hope. I don't want to give you a bit of myself and why I do what I do. When I was growing up, I witnessed a lot of gender-based violence as a young girl. And I remember when I was growing up, I was wondering why women have to endure whatever they were enduring. And I remember at around, I was in primary school, there were nuns who came, and I was so happy to see them. I knew if I joined convent, life wouldn't be difficult, and I don't have to go through gender-based violence. At my home, most of the women, they were just crying because of their toxic relationships, their husbands. But I was wondering, why aren't they leaving? I found a way out of not getting this kind of treatment, and I was so excited. And I remember when I went to, after that, when the sister talked about the vocation, I'm excited. Yeah, I knew there's a way out and I would never go through gender-based violence. And when I completed school, I could not wait to join convent. And when I joined convent, the nun there kept on asking me, Consolata, are you sure? Are you sure you know what you are? You want, have you decided? Is this your will? For sure, I knew this what I wanted, but I didn't know it is not a call. It is a hiding place. And I remember sister telling me, Consolata, I think you leave, you go to college, you think about it, but I know you are a happy mother. You'll be a happy mother and a happy mom, a happy wife and a happy mother. And for me, I left convent very devastated. I couldn't, when I was growing up, I had not seen single moms. I had not seen girls who are not married. By force, they were being forced to get married. So I was worried when sister kicked me out of convent. And I was like, now my life is thrown to these cruel men. And few years later, when I finished college, I was able to get this. I met a man who is caring, a caring mom, a caring man, and I committed myself. I'd want to say I've seen good men. Unfortunately, there are those also bad men that when they hold this lady, we have seen so many women be killed. So when I finished college, I was employed, but I still had the passion. The why had pushed me to convent. I worked for like 15 years, then I left my job. I started my own business. And the why the trauma? I needed that trauma when I was a young girl. It was still crying because the issues of gender-based violence were seen on the rise. We were reading a lot of issues on the TV, on the media. And I was wondering, when will this monster die, the gender-based violence? And I remember we started with a magazine to amplify the voices of survivors. But I remember one time we were called to do a story to one of the recovery centers, hospital. And this story, I was wondering, do we need a story for this girl? This girl was overburdened. She had given birth at the age of 12. I realized we don't need her story. She needed a home. Unfortunately, by then it's over 30 years, there were no rescue centers. I saw a gap. And I thought there's no need of stories. We need to look for a rescue center. And that's how we formed. We started the rescue center and we called it Hope Center, a place where women can get hope, a place where women can come and heal through healing counseling. And then they are let out to go out knowing who they are. Because most of the survivors and these vulnerable women will bear so much because they have no choice. Most of the women coming to the rescue center will say they have no skill. 5 years ago down the line, we started training for these women because we realized most of the vulnerable women, most likely, they bear the pain because they have no way they are going to support their families. So we started the training and we give these women the skills, especially in caregivers and domestic the skills the skills that they will enable them when they go out there, they work professionally. Unfortunately, with the certificates Siron had, they could go sit at the gated communities, wondering, okay, I'm skilled, I have the skills, but unfortunately, still, we are not getting connected. Back to the drawing board, I came and I was asking God, what else can we do? The idea of connector came. And last year, we developed this app called Connector. The Connector is an app that will be connecting the vulnerable women. We realize most of the women, we walk many kilometers looking for job opportunities. Others will sit at the gated communities with no hope of finding any job, and they will walk many miles home with nothing in their pocket. With Connector, which was published last week, I guess on 23rd, I'm happy, it is on Play Store. It means these women will be able to be connected through digital connection, and they'll be able to feed their families through my pain, through the trauma I have, because we don't have to bear the scar. You can look at someone else and say, you can be able to wear that foot, the shoe, but sometimes you cannot feel the pain. I saw my mom suffering. I saw many women suffer because of lack of skills. How do we connect these women? As a proud African lady daughter, I am happy to be united today with you all. I'm happy to know that the legacy we are celebrating today of African Day will remain, and it will go strong because of each one of us represented here who is working so hard tirelessly to make a difference in our community. I thank everyone, especially Loani family, and Professor Makaka, Caroline. I'm so humbled for this opportunity to be part of this change to make a difference in our community. Thank you so much, and I bow.
Thank you very much, Consolata. Thank you for sharing with us. That's an incredible story. You went from convents back to normalcy. You know, everywhere it's a change. Thank you for sharing with us. And I just want to thank everyone that has been sharing that, you know, what we've heard today is really something that is life-changing. It shows how all our recipients are leaving a legacy. This legacy, apart from just being an African Day, is also global because what all the continents are the same, regardless of no continent is better than the other. But thank you for sharing with us, because it's important for people to stay and learn from the experts. So please stay with us. The next person I'd like to call is Dan Kamande. Dan, are you here? I think I've just seen you coming.
She's just coming in.
Okay. Can I go to Jan Roberts, please? Jan Roberts, please, can you share with this platform how you are changing
Yes.
legacy for the African people or your company?
And yes, thank you very much. It's an absolute privilege and an honor to be amongst all the greatness in the room. I'm really honored, and I want to say a special thank you to Dr. Owindi and also Dr. Makaka, of course, but Dr. Owindi has guided me in this direction, so I'm eternally grateful for her to have invited me in. I've got a varied history, but it's not so much just about the history, but just the latest history, the last dozen years or so, where my life completely changed when, as part of the John Maxwell leadership team, he invited volunteers to come and help start a transformation of an entire country. Now, I've been a personal development freak, as some people called me, which I see as a compliment, since I was 17 years old. And I threw not only my hat in the ring, but also my heart in the ring, because We went to the country of Guatemala, and 150 of us trained 19,000 people in a week to become values-based leadership facilitators. It completely changed my life. I was in the oil industry for 30 years before that, especially in the north of Scotland. So I could have had a Scottish flag here or a Dutch one because I'm originally from the Netherlands. But I've now been in South Africa for more than 10 years and married there as well. So I've got a varied background as far as my countries. But it is actually, it changed my life because I never hated my job, but I always knew there's a voice, and I think most of us had that voice, and most of us have actually given into it, that we need to do more. We are here, we were born for a purpose, and we need to do more. And I felt that, and we can ignore it. And as my friend and mentor Les Brown always says, that the richest place is the graveyard, because most of us will do it tomorrow. And I'm amongst people here who are doing things today. As I said, not just leaving a legacy, but living a legacy. And that I'm inspired by each and every one of you, and I will certainly stay till the end. But values-based leadership, the result of that is more than 3 million people have gone through this in Guatemala alone. We went to Paraguay to do a similar thing, but Guatemala is a country, 14 million people, average age 20. So you can imagine the issues they had. Now, I've also been in Paraguay a couple of years later, where we trained 17,000 people, and more than 1 million have gone through there now because of a thing we started. And in 2014, I became a global values-based leadership specialist. And these are not values hanging on the wall. These are basic human values. Les Brown also said many years ago that leadership is failing because of a lack of values. So we need to build a foundation of values back into the life of every single individual that's breathing God's breath. Whether it's a teenager, whether he's 10 or 110 or anything in between, we need values back in their life, because it's a tool to connect us at the heart level. And so if we can stop connecting at the head level and start connecting at the heart level, where we make a real difference, and where we don't have borders, we don't see color, creed, religion, or political affiliations, we see other people, and other people need help. Dr. Simon McDonald also talked about the hunger and the disaster that is happening. Well, I'm also involved on the other side of me. I'm also involved in farming projects. When I first found out that on the continent of Africa, 282 million people are suffering from malnutrition, that is unacceptable. And the death rate in Africa, which nobody talks about outside of Africa, is 2 in every 10,000 people, mostly children. Now, if you do that times 1.4 billion people, that's up to 280,000 people a day die from hunger and poverty. And that is unacceptable, and that's why I'm so happy that I'm here. We're working with agricultural projects, and we've also got a framework for upliftment of farm work, where we're hoping to start great projects very soon as well within Africa, not just in South Africa, but also the values. See, we can do a lot of things, but whether you're a business person, whether you're a leader, whether you're a teenager, or whatever you want to do, or whatever you're doing, if you don't build a foundation of solid values somewhere along the line, we've got plenty proof of that we fail. So we're training, both my wife and I. My wife's also in Loani, Dr. Artie Moore-Roberts. She's also a diversity, equity, and inclusion specialist. Both of us, we are training and certifying facilitators, because I can promise you, after the 12 years I've been involved with values, anybody who actively gets involved in the values-based leadership program, it will change your life. And that's why I'm looking for collaboration and partnerships around Africa, throughout Africa, whether you're in Africa or not, because I know we are so much stronger together. And I know we need to go from actually talking about change, and that's what I'm hearing here. We're doing it to being the drivers of change, and that's the beauty of Loani, that we are all drivers of change. And because in these Africa celebrations today, we don't just celebrate roots, we must ignite responsibility, because it's got to be an urgent call to action, where we harness our voices and translate passion into politics, problems into platforms, and dreams into development, because that's really what it needs. And I'm writing a book about the power of values as well. It's inspiring leaders, uniting communities, and shaping the future through core values. And I want many stories to become part of this, because I know we are all values driven, we are all heart centered, and we need to collaborate as much as possible. And I look forward to meeting and connecting with as many as you as possible. Unfortunately, I can't be in Kenya in July because I'm going to visit all my family in Scotland. I'm actually a great grandfather already. And I want to visit my family. But I mean, I wish you all well and thank you for being here. It's an absolute honor and pleasure. And I look forward to collaborating with you. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Roberts, Dan Roberts. It's also a pleasure for us to have you, because we actually agree with you that leadership is failing because of lack of values. And we connect at the heart level so that there will be no boundary, because it's like connection without boundary when it's done at the heart level. And you came up with the figure that 280,000 people, especially children, are dying from hunger. This is in a land of plenty. So thank you for that. And thanks for sharing with us, because it will enable people that want to collaborate with you. If you can put your details there, so people that want to collaborate can reach you and then see how you can work together. Thank you very much. And we'd like to call on the next person, which is Madeline Nkunu. Madeline Nkunu, can you unmute yourself and share with us how your legacy is helping Africa or changing it? Thank you so much. Is Madeline around?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, great. All right. Good evening and good morning, good afternoon, depending where you are. I will begin by extending a heartfelt gratitude to Loani for the remarkable recognition. I would especially like to thank the visionary and the founder, Professor Caroline Makaka, not only for nominating me for this honor, but for her steadfast support and tireless dedication to celebrating African leadership and excellence. It is a profound privilege to be part of this year's Legacy of Africa Award, held in commemoration of Africa Day, and the day that calls all of us to reflect, to unite, and to renew our collaborative commitment to the future of this continent. My journey as like many African women, has been one of resilience, purpose, and unwavering belief in the power of transformation. As the founder and president of Leading Women of Africa, my mission has always been to promote the active participation of African women in economic development, policy formation, and leadership. For more than 15 years, I have worked across the continent, obviously, and the world through civil society, international development, academic space, and pushing forward the gender inclusive governance, anti-corruption framework, and sustainable development model. My work has taken me from grassroots community initiatives to a high-level consultations with different organizations from EU, African Development Bank, SADC, and so on. Through all these, I meant one principle has guided me. When women rise, nations thrive. That is the legacy that I thrive to build, and I will continue to work on this for the rest of my life. Today, as I join the fellow change makers across Africa, I'm deeply inspired. This gathering is not only a celebration of individual achievement, I think it is a call to action for a deeper collaboration, visionary leadership, and Pan-African solidarity. Africa's future will be shaped by those who dare to reimagine it. And That could be all of us. And to the next generation of African leaders, especially young women, the time is now to lead. It's time for us to hold to our future, which is our youth, for us to reach where Africa wants to be, if we have to look at even just the African Agenda 2063. Step forward for courage. The continent is waiting for all of us to rise and make a change that we want to see. So once again, thank you, Loani, and thank you, Professor Makaka, for this meaningful honor. I look forward to listening and learning and again connecting with everyone in this room as we continue to empower, to unite, to transform Africa to the level that we want. Thank you so, so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Madeline, for sharing with us. And your quotes are very, very, very correct that when women arise, nations thrive. Even though it's common knowledge, I don't think it's been practiced. Thank you for sharing it. And the time is now for the next generation to learn from us so that they can fix Africa, fix the world, because there's a global thing happening. But today we're talking about Africa. Because for all of you here today, it's because you believe in a world where people are inspired to use their voice and lead rather than suffer in silence. Thank you for showing up today. And just to let you know, for Oshe Dalu, that's thank you in Nigeria, southern Nigeria. For those of us going to Kenya, just to let you know, Africa is known for lovely, lovely food. You will be opportune to try ugali in Kenya and zaza. There's zaza from Zimbabwe, pounded yam from Nigeria, and I think it's just all over Africa. Even in America, the worldwide, yes, people are having African food. But I just want to share with you, try and eat jollof rice. Jollof rice is just, So that's one of the food that you can try. For those going to Kenya or those here, you can go to African restaurants and order for jollof rice. That is really good. Now we call on the next person, which is Dr. Alan Mugambe. Dr. Alan, can you unmute yourself so that you can share with us how you are changing the world?
Yes, I've unmuted myself. I hope you can all hear me.
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much. I'll stick to my 2-3 minutes. My name is Dr. Alan Mugambi, founder of International Relief for Africa. Very excited to be here and happy to be honored and for the great work we are doing here. We are trying to change, the community and help them be able to achieve their God-given potential and also helping the vulnerable. We're working very closely with Dr. Winfred, who has come in to help so much in terms of the communities in North Horr, in Laikipia, the Vision Afrique, and the entire Kenya and Africa at large. I'm very excited today because last year we tried to support vulnerable communities with over 23 million meals. It's not much enough. Still, the demand is very big. We are always concerned by the suffering in the community, and we are trying to come up with solutions to empower people, but also meet the daily needs of the food that most of them are really, really suffering and going without food. The school-going children, and the vulnerable people in our community. So it is with profound humility and gratitude that I'm here today before you to accept this honor, being recognized for leadership in humanitarian work, work in Africa, which is not just Syrians' courage and humanity of the communities we serve. This award is not mine alone. It belongs to the many hands and hearts that have walked this journey with me, dedicated team members of International Relief for Africa, the organization we co-founded with Ms. Milka Muriuki, who is here with us. And we are so grateful for all the work that goes along and continues to be done by International Relief of Africa. I want to say that Africa is a continent rich with potential, wisdom, and spirit, yet too often it is burdened by poverty, displacement, conflict, and systematic injustice. Our humanitarian work is not just about responding to crisis, it is about restoring dignity, empowering voices, and building systems that leave no one behind. In my work, I have seen the eyes of a mother who regained hope when her child received life-saving care. I have held hands of youth who once displaced now lead their communities with vision and determination. These are the true heroes. They are the reasons we persevere. Leadership, to me, means listening deeply, acting boldly, and lifting others as we climb. It means refusing to be silent in the face of suffering and refusing to accept the world that turns away from the need. Let this recognition renew our collective commitment to build a more just, compassionate, and inclusive Africa. Let us work across borders, sectors, and differences to ensure every human being is treated with dignity, has access to basic needs, and can shape their own future. Thank you for believing in this mission. Thank you for this immense honor. Let's continue to serve with purpose, with heart, and with hope. Thank you, Professor Caroline and the entire Loani family for continued coordination and the great work you're doing. We are so grateful, and we are looking forward to hosting all of you in July. We are so excited. We can't wait for July because we just want to receive all of you and just share the great work we are doing in person. God bless you all. Keep soaring, keep working hard. The world is just a stepping stone. I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for telling us that acting boldly, and refusing to be silent in the face of suffering. That is very, very correct. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I just want to remind you that next Sunday we're having Unite, which is on June 1st, which is a Sunday. Please join us on. We're having something that embraces. It's called Unite 2025. It embraces differences and celebrates oneness. Please join us. We'll be sharing the link when the time is there. It's on the screen at the moment. Thank you. The next person to join us is Diana Kamande. Diana, are you in? Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Thank you. Please, can you share with us on how you are using your legacy to support Africa or change it?
Thank you so much, Adeobi, and thank you, Caroline Makaka, and the ladies of all Nations International. And this has been a journey. For me, it's been 12 years after surviving domestic violence that led me into becoming a young widow. I decided to create a platform that would help women and men who came on board, or rather have been coming on board. But these have not been just people who have been coming on board, but they have been coming on board with their different issues, having gone through widowhood, because as a young widow, I decided to think about the rest of us, of the women and children who are left behind because of loss and grief. And this led me to creating a platform known as Come Together Widows and Orphans Organization. Come Together Widows and Orphans Organization is an organization that is non-governmental and has been championing for the rights of the widowed persons across Kenya and beyond. and we have been able to achieve a lot in our 12 years journey. We do a lot. Our entry point is loss and grief sharing, where we have psychosocial support for widows, or rather for the widowed persons and their children. Then we do legal aid. This is where we work so much in access to justice. And under access to justice right now, we are working on a widowed persons bill. We are looking forward to having an act of parliament to protect the widowed persons in this country, because we have realized a lot of gender gaps that have always led to widow abuse in Kenya. And therefore, we have decided to come in and bridge that gap through an act of parliament. And of course, we need a lot of support. We have identified one of the male champions, who is Honorable Member for Parliament for Arieda constituency, Dr. Otiende Amolo, who has been also working in this area with widows through his initiative known as Ondoanyat Initiative. And he's an amazing champion for the widowed person. We have also been working into the area of economic empowerment, and we believe we need to get to help widowed persons to get access to justice, so that we can be able to empower them. In our organization, we believe you cannot empower an abused widow. So we have always empowered them through access to justice, and then we introduce them to economic empowerment. Our economic empowerment program is supported by well-wishers, and also we are working in partnership with government affirmative action funds like Uwezo Fund, which means enable. It's a fund that means enable. And then we also work with Women Enterprise Fund, where we also championed and lobbied for creation of Thaminim Jane, a fund that is interest-free and has got no administrative charge. This fund is very instrumental to the lives of widows. And then we also worked closely with the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, and through their CSR project, we created a grant for widows known as Wezesha Mjane. And we have continued to do this, and in the so many spaces that I get an opportunity to talk about our work, I have also gained a lot of support and a lot of publicity. And also we work with orphans. That's why we are come together, Widows and Orphans Organization. And our orphans are the orphans of our members. Once our widows or widowers, they die while they're in our program, we support their children to continue with education. Because for me, and from where I come from, I am a product of education. For me, I believe education is a game changer. Education is an equalizer, and education can open doors that nobody could have ever opened for anyone. So we support our orphans through education program, a program we call Shaping Destinies Through Education. So this is the kind of work that we continue to do, touching lives and ensuring justice happens. We believe in justice, we believe in rights and dignity for the widowed persons. And in the words of the former UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, no woman should lose her rights, her status, her dignity, or her property just because she lost her husband. Thank you so much, and thank you for this precious honor today. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Dan. Thank you for sharing with us how you're helping widows to regain their life. Really makes a game changer for them. I mean, this is one of the areas that's been severely overlooked, but somebody like you came and plugged that just to help. Thank you very much. Thank you. And then I'd like to call on the next person, Dr. Susan Wazia. Dr. Susan, can you unmute yourself and share with us how your organization or yourself is leaving a legacy, especially to Africa? Dr. Susan Wazia.
Hi, thank you very much, Adiobi, and our very own Caroline Makaka. As you've heard, my name is Dr. Susan Mwanzia, and I here have an AKA name, The Fixer. So I impact the lives of the children. I've been in political settlement research lead, as in for Africa and beyond. And I have impacted many lives from the politicians who want to become members of parliament, governors, president, because I've run in the office of the president, making kings and queens of this country, Kenya. I am honored to first let me thank the Loani fraternity for giving me this opportunity and honoring me. I'm humbled. And what I can say is I believe in touching a life, touching a heart. Where I'm sitting in my organization, African City Research Consortium, I funded by UK government. I happen to be the political settlement research lead, dealing with children from the informal sector. And we have realized that the formal sector, when they have the food, a meal for school, as in a child cannot go on an empty stomach just to perform. So we have come up with the strategy of where we can give them a meal for a child to be able to concentrate. And we call it Dishing a County. And we in Nairobi, Kilifi, where the governors, I'm liaising with them. We have close to about 60,000 children in Kilifi County, 33,000 children in Nairobi County, and others in other counties. We have 47 counties in our country. And my role is to ensure that the children from the less privileged are getting food, a meal, whereby I know we've been, the organization charging 5 shillings a plate. We ensure that those who cannot be able to afford the money, we come in as SCRC to ensure that we give them a meal so that they go back to school well fed. I have organized different meetings from the county government offices, whereby even next week on Wednesday, I will be having a meeting with the governor for Kilifi, who has allocated budget for 100 million per month to actually feed 60,000 children. So my aim as a Loani member is to ensure that I leave a mark in a child's heart. As in I touch, when I am not here anymore, someone will actually remember, yes, there was a Loani member called Dr. Susan who actually touched someone's heart. And thank you very much for this privilege, and I'm honored to be able to not only just bring in the women politicians on board to be able to run and be elected and have a say, because we believe that the house is built by a woman. And the men, yes, as much as the head, I know we have men in our Loani sector, men the head, and we say the women are the neck, but jointly forces, actually, we will make a move. I want to take also this opportunity to thank the President of the Republic of Kenya that I have dealt with for many years. I have been in the 2 regimes before, from the Kibaki's time to the Uhuru's time, and now to the to the President, Dr. William Ruto, for whatever he's doing. And we've also gone into trying to ensure that apart from just education, we have water and sanitation, waste management that we are dealing with, land titling, so that we avoid fights like in Narok, where we are having people killing each other because of land. We have a team that is on board in SCRC that we are dealing with from Strathmore, who are actually ensuring that everyone has the right title and no one comes and say, this is my land and this is not your land. And apart from that, we are here to ensure that the safety of each and every one is taken into consideration. We are just about to have our elections in 2027, and our role is to maintain peace. And as mothers and as leaders of this country, and as leaders of Africa, of all African Nation International, Loani, we shall ensure that peace is maintained and our children do not lose lives. And our mothers are not left homeless. We've dealt with different kind of things in the past. In 2007, when we've had post-election violence, where we had the internal displaced parliamentarians, whereby I came in to actually ensure that all mothers and children are well taken care of. And it was my role to bring in anyone who vied in the political line in 2007 up to now, to ensure that those who are still left in the IDP camps are well taken care of, and we attain and make sure that they have a home that they can call a home. The other day, if you had seen it, the president did some launch in Mukuru, where we gave the affordable houses, where I brought in SCRC, the African Cities Research, to come on board and ensure that affordable houses are given to the less privileged, and not just anybody. The riches will not come and grab, and then they start renting them out. So that is my role, and I shall ensure to maintain it and ensure that the people, for the ones from the informal sectors, are put first before anybody else. And the children from the informal sector get good education, get a meal on their table, and that they attain the good grades. Because every time I fight with the Ministry of Education on all they're telling me, informal sectors we do not recognize, I ensure that they do recognize them. So that is my role, and I will keep on fighting, and I will not stop at anything but to see that Africa becomes achievable.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Susan Wanzia. Your support for families actually extends like a cobweb, so many areas, even with the government.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And you're saying that by joining forces, we will make a move. That is very correct.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker, please, can you all try to stay to the end just to support each other? We have Mabel. Mabel, can you unmute yourself and share with us on how what you're doing is impacting Africa and helping people to live a better life?
Thank you very much. I am truly honored to receive this award from a distinguished organization dedicated to shaping Africa's future. Your commitment to empowerment, innovation deeply resonates with my values. I firmly believe that exemplary leadership is essential in creating the Africa we envision. Although I am a Ghanaian living in Canada, my roots are always in Africa, and so is my heart. I have been the president of the Women of Faith Alliance in Canada, which assists the Black communities with mental health support, empowering Black women in our community, among other support programs. I have been a professional educator and an HR expert with an MBA. As a corporate woman, I use my business to assist newcomers from Africa to Canada in looking for jobs and other opportunities to help their smooth integration in Canada. And to further assist the Black community, I'm currently taking immigration law at Queen's University to further assist newcomers with immigration issues. This recognition motivates me further to contribute meaningful change across nations. Together, we can build and achieve lasting transformations for future generations. Thank you for this incredible honor and your steadfast commitment to excellence. To my fellow honorees, let us continue to do our important work. Long live Loani, long live Africa, and long live the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mabel. Thank you. Thank you for helping those that have just come to Canada to settle. That is what we need, just to help people settle. Thank you so much. And just for you to know, we just have a few people left, not many. Please stay till the end. We have one of our special guests. We like to call back Rania Lampo. Can you unmute yourself and share with us how you are helping Africa with what you're doing?
Thank
The
you
floor
so
is
much.
yours.
Thank you, dear Ada. Thank you. Greetings from Athens, from Greece. Happy Africa Day. Today we stand united in celebration of a continent whose spirit, resilience, and boundless potential inspire the world. From its vibrant cultures to its enduring struggles and triumphant progress, Africa tells a story that actually resonates deeply with the soul. I'm Rania Lampo. I'm a chairperson of Europe, recently appointed as international board member of Loani, and I'm very proud of this. I'm deeply honored and humbled to receive this recognition today, the Legacy of Africa 2025 celebration, and of course extend my heartfelt thanks to Loani, all the team, and the visionary leader, Dr. Caroline Makaka, for this extraordinary acknowledgement. Actually, this award is not mine alone because it belongs to the children, to the students of My Water Project who now drink clean water from wells that we built in Malawi and got sanitation and filter equipment in education. It belongs to my students across Africa who are learning to nourish their bodies and minds through another project of mine. It was called Food for Thought. It belongs to the courageous girls in Nigeria who, through our project on gender-based violence and peace building, are finding their voices and stepping boldly into leadership. The young souls also very recently, it's a new project on suicide in Nigeria. These young souls, often silently burdened and struggling with many mental health disorders, showed remarkable courage and openness during this suicide prevention training. Actually, my journey there is driven by one belief that education is not a privilege, it's a right. Clean water is a right, safety is a right, dignity is a right, and I believe that every child, no matter where they are born, deserves a fair chance to live, to learn and lead. So Africa has taught me that true change begins with the people. Young minds empowered by knowledge, families strengthened with education, and communities rising together with hope. So through humanitarian activities, through STEM education, innovation, and compassion, we are not just changing lives, but we are helping communities write their own powerful future. So let us continue to work together in solidarity across borders and boundaries. Let's unite, building bridges of opportunity. And as we celebrate Africa's legacy, let us also commit to its future, a future where no child dies of thirst, no girl fears to dream, and no community is left behind. Thank you again for this great honor. May we all keep rising together. And again, I would like to invite you, me personally also, to our next event, Unite 2025. It will be a huge event. We're expecting participants from many countries, so don't miss this wonderful event. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're muted, Dr. Ada, you're muted.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing with us all the things you do with your time all over the world just to help Africa and the children. Thank you so much. Very impressed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing with us. We call our next speaker, who is Mercy. Mercy, can you unmute yourself and share with us how your company or yourself is helping Africa? Mercy? Okay, Mercy's not.
Mercy is from Canada.
Okay.
Canada and USA will come last.
Okay, and we now move forward and we want to call Professor Maina Waiko. Professor Maina Waiko, can you unmute yourself and share with us how your work is helping Africa? Or whatever.
Distinguished guests, fellow friends, and partners in purpose, good evening, good morning, wherever you are.
Yes,
I
welcome.
stand before you deeply humbled and full of gratitude. Thank you to the leaders of all nations for honoring a journey shaped by love, service, and unshakable belief in African potential. This recognition is not about personal achievement. It is a legacy, a living, breathing force that changes lives, builds leaders, and transforms communities. Across Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, I have worked alongside bold educators, young visionaries, and courageous community ready to rewrite the future. Through Learning Unpacked Applied, Aga Khan Academies and University, the Action Foundation, and Global Action Plan International, we are not just preparing educators, we are transforming systems. Our focus is the marginalized, those often unseen and undeserved. And this is, we work in deep alignment with Loani's heart, where all truly means all. We are equipping educators to lead with impact, empowering youth to find their voice, and designing education rooted in justice, dignity, and opportunity. My legacy is found in restoring confidence of a marginalized educator, in a learner who dares to dream differently, and in every leader who now mentors others. Together, we are changing Africa, one classroom, one community, one courageous act at a time. On this African Day, may you all lead with vision, serve with love, and build a continent where legacy means lifting others. Thank you for this profound honor. May Africa continue to rise and rise together. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. May Africa continue to rise and rise together. One classroom, one community, one courageous act. That is incredible. Thank you so much for sharing with us. The next person I'd like to call is Dr. Patricia Gonde. Dr. Patricia, can you unmute yourself and share with us how what you're doing is helping Africa?
Thank you so much. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, our viewers across the globe who are joining us today on this day. My name is Dr. Patricia Gonde, and I'm from Harare, from Zimbabwe. And it is with immense pride and a deep sense of humility that I'm talking to you today on this very special occasion of Africa Day 2025, and also to be recognized as one of the awardees. As a proud Zimbabwean, celebrating Africa Day with all of you makes this moment even more profound. My heartfelt thanks goes to the entire leadership of Loani and all the esteemed board members. Your vision, your dedication are truly inspiring, and I'm profoundly grateful for this incredible acknowledgement of all the philanthropic work that I am doing. As an educator myself, as head of academics of Lusitania Primary School, and also helping out children who are out there who need education, who need fees, who need educational provisions, and then also mentorship for youths and teachers in the whole of Africa, where last year alone, I've impacted over 70,000 students from Gambia, from Sierra Leone, from Liberia, through human capacity building in most parts of Africa that I am mentoring. So this is all centered on the vital mission of developing human capacity, because these are our future leaders. Our youths are our future leaders. And also, I'm also the founder of Heartfelt Teachers Network Global, where as teachers we meet globally, and we discuss problems that we have, challenges we have, and how to move forward in shaping the minds of the future. So I founded Girls Leading Our World, whereby we also empower our girl children to find the voice, and I have taken those children to global stages like COP28. They have gone to World Choir Games. They've been involved in Model United Nations projects, in SDG projects. So these initiatives are incredibly close to my heart, and I am committed to empowering the next generation of leaders and educators across the nation. I'm also the author of several books. Some of them are on Amazon. And right now, I am having a book collaboration of a book called Bridging Borders, Building Futures, the Integrated Africa We Want by 2063, because we know that Africa has it all, but we are not coming together. We are not being united. So we are able to conquer all the challenges that we have, starting from the home, going to the community, going into our nation. So this is also based on the fact that if you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk far, walk together. So I'm collaborating with many authors from all over Africa, so that at least we can map the way forward for Africa, looking at the Agenda 2063. To my dear sister Caroline Makaka, the visionary founder of Loani, you are not just uniting nations, you are a true mother of nations. Your unwavering spirit and relentless pursuit of a better future are a beacon for us all. Thank you for creating this platform where we can all contribute to such meaningful change. And to everyone across the globe, spanning from different continents, thank you for the unwavering support of the vision. It is this collective dedication that is going to empower us to make tangible differences in the lives of so many, because sometimes we go out and look out for the differences out there, but we are also have to be helped. So this award is not just for me, it is a testament also to the power of collaboration and the belief that together we can unlock the full potential of Africa's greatest asset, which is its people. And then to everyone who is out there, to conclude, Africa, my motherland, is more than just a continent. It is the heartbeat of humanity, like what all the speakers were saying. A land of rich in spirit, culture, boundless potential. And we are a people known for our warmth, our humility, and our genuine fearlessness. I know that people will be in Kenya and there will be welcoming nature that truly defines us. And it is a privilege to contribute to the growth and empowerment of such remarkable people. Thank you once again for this incredible honor, and happy Africa Day to everyone who is here today.
Thank you, Dr.
Over to you, our moderator.
Thank you, Dr. Dushagonde. I agree with you. If you want to walk fast, walk alone. But if you want to walk far, walk together. Thank you for sharing that with us and for all the things you are doing, and for sharing your book with us, Bridging Borders. Thank you. We'll find that on Amazon. And you can put that on the chat if you like, so that people can see it. The next person I like to call is Irene Wende. Irene, can you unmute yourself and share with us how you are using your legacy to change Africa? And please remember to stay. You just have a few more people to go. Thank you, Irene Wende. Can you unmute yourself and speak?
Yes, I'm Irene Mwenda.
Wenda, okay, I didn't.
Mwenda.
Thank
you so much.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, Mwenda. Thank you so very much. I take this opportunity to thank you and to thank everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Yeah, I am here because of the nomination that I was nominated, and I thank you, our wonderful ladies, and our wonderful mother, Professor Makaka, Professor and Dr. Winnie, and the team. I have changed a lot. I am a counselor. about being a mentor, a principal, a leader, an educator, a manager, a resource mobilizer, an environmentalist, an outstanding head teacher in a school where I started, 300 to 3,400. I've mentored very many children who are now working all over in the world. I started a special education unit in the school to rescue the most challenged children in around the country. I also educated many children using my 60% of my salary because I wanted for a change for the whole world. I was awarded Outstanding Head Teacher 2018 by the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. I was awarded UNHR Humanitarian Award for mentoring refugees and vulnerable children, Sustainable Future Champion Award for climate change and community resilience, accountability and transparency by World Bank, European Union Award for building and maintaining what they gave us in the school. I was awarded another Green Innovation Award for maintaining and keeping the environment clean and planting 11,621 trees in the school and along the compound. I'm a pioneer and a treasurer of Gong Catholic Parish Welfare Fund, whereby we started with only 6 people, started with 47,000, and now we have over 1 billion assets. And it is now a circle, whereby we have helped very many vulnerable cases, especially in the 2 slums around Gong, whereby now mothers can educate their children, children can go to school, mothers can buy, can now take care of themselves. I have educated many street boys and girls. We have rescued very many children still. And this one has brought a smile to many mothers and many fathers around the community. I have rehabilitated very many children, especially from street, whereby most of them were very vulnerable. But today, I am smiling, saying that God is good, that we have very many children already who have benefited from us. Having been a head teacher for 20 years in a school, whereby the school had early children, kindergarten, primary, SNE, that is a special needs education, and also junior secondary school. These children have really benefited a lot from the resource mobilization that we did, whereby most of them now are going, they are getting their education freely. They are going to university. Most of them are finished at university. They are now working. I am happy for that. I really feel honored today to receive this prestigious honor because of the work that we have done. And this one, we are doing it not only in Kenya, but also in Africa, because we have other partners that we are working with, especially from Malawi, from Ghana, from Uganda, from South Africa, from Zimbabwe, and many other countries in Africa. I am looking forward to work with the team and also to change our continent, Africa. I am honored today. Thank you for the Loani team. Thank you for everybody.
Wow. Thank you so much, Irene. It's so touching that you used 60% of your salary. Really, you are a great lady. God bless you. Next, let's have Khadija. Khadija, Suleiman. Let us get to know you. Who are you? What are you doing to leave a legacy in Africa?
Thank you so much, Dr. Christine. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Khadija Ismail Suleiman. I'm a passionate teacher of English and literature from Mombasa, Kenya. I'm very proud to be Kenyan. It is what gives me the identity of being African. And you can all agree with me, being African means being rooted in strength, culture, resilience, and hope. As I have said, I'm a teacher by profession. So my life revolves around learners, teachers, and the community. I'm also an SDG champion, and my work goes beyond the classroom. I integrate the sustainable development goals into my teaching. I do this to empower learners to master language skills and also become informed, responsible, and global citizens. I have also initiated environmental clubs whereby we have beach cleanups, tree planting, school gardens, and we do this as a way of leading climate action. I also do webinars that connect African teachers globally. I believe that education is the key to sustainable future. It is an incredible honor to be nominated for the Legacy of Africa Awards 2025. And I really accept this recognition with deep gratitude, knowing it reflects not just the journey, but the collective efforts of my learners, educators, and change makers that I have worked with. My goal has always been to create learning spaces that inspire, empower, and ignite action. I teach my students that their voices matter, they can be part of the solution, and that they carry the legacy of Africa in their hands. So for this nomination, it really fuels my commitment to continue the work with even more passion, humility, and hope. I thank Loani for this platform. Thank you for seeing value in everyday stories of service and purpose. And as other speakers have said, may we all continue to rise together for Africa. Let us build the Africa that we want. Let us change the narrative of Africa. Let us all work together to ensure that we have a better Africa for everyone. Africa is big enough. It can accommodate all of us. So with these few remarks, I want to thank you all. Asanteni sana. Mungu awabariki.
Thank you so much, Khadija, from the classroom to the world, connecting African teachers in the world to talk about sustainability and transform the world. Thank you so much. Next, we are going to have missionary Joshua Oudu from Uganda. Joshua, are you in the room? Please let us see you. Unmute yourself. You have 2 minutes. Please share with us who you are and what difference you're making in the world.
Oh, thank you so much for the privilege, Dr. Christine, for giving me this honor, and the Loani team that has brought this concept to make us meet and share ideas. I am called Missionary Joshua Oudu. I have founded Action for Youth Challenges Uganda. Action for Youth Challenges came after I ran a contest which was organized by European Union to come up with the best entrepreneurs in African communities. So I invented this idea on seeing Africans speak good English, but with empty stomach. So I had to invent in the idea of Catch Them Young Entrepreneurship Family Fellowship. That is looking at trying to train the mindset of these young children who are studying at school, the idea of investments and business, such that as they grow to study, they should go beyond seeing only education as the way of getting job, but the innovation concept could also be one of the pillars that can make them earn a living on their own. On the other hand, as Action for Youth Challenges, based on visiting different refugee camps in African communities, I learned about the high level of traumas that are in different communities and committing suicides. So when I wrote to UNHCR, I tried to call them on board and then World Vision and discuss how we can get to the remedy of this trauma. I talked to them and advised that trauma cannot sometimes be handled only on medical counseling, but can be handled on spiritual approach. So I developed a concept that I distributed to the different global village refugee councils to donate Bibles and give actual spiritual counselings, and then sending spiritual leaders to the camp to counsel this traumatized mindset in the gap to mitigate the gap for our ladies and our young children changing their moral behaviors due to the environment that they have been displaced into. Our 2024 agenda, we have invented education, STEM education concepts, where we have brought up a scholarship that is looking at collecting the children of the opium takers and then these prostitutes who are in the street to give them better education so that if their fathers and their grandfathers had been into prostitution taking opium, what would it take when we would raise these children as professors in the next 27 years? We shall have changed an environment. So apparently we have invented a STEM concept that is looking at giving scholarship, education with investments, where a child is supported with school fees, a child is supported with investments, parents are supported with some small token to do business, to raise pocket money and do the saving of some percentages of the school fees, with an idea that in case of funding disappears, we are able to sustain ourselves as Africans. The objective is to raise 5,540 astronaut professors and then engineers, with an intention that Africa in a future time should be able to come up with the space system. So in the gap of technology, I've been able to talk to Japan, which is now building the space elevator to the space and then Mars. I've been able to talk with the Egyptian space agencies. I've been able to talk with Indian building the space station to permit us as action for youth challenges, identify African youth, and we deploy to partner and do volunteering in those companies who are doing those construction, so that they are able to pick up with the technology of the latest current system. So in the gap of this, we are meeting challenges of financial backup that would enable us push so many African children, so many African ICTs, so many African scientists to go and volunteer with Japan. But the door has already been opened. India has already opened door. China has already opened door for us, so that when we could do this in a long run, we would be able to catch up with the system. And in summary and conclusion, transparency plus honesty leads us to a destination of our dream. A dream without transparency remains a dead concept. Thank you.
Oh, hello. Thank you so much. It was noted that you felt that spiritual, your spiritual approach has helped so many children. That is incredible. Thank you so much for going on with this concept, because today we've got so many people with different ways of dealing with the issues we're having. And I like the fact you said that if their grandfather had been taking what they are now taking, with this, how would he have looked for them? That is something to wake them up. Thank you for thinking about that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. The next person I would like to call, so I'm just checking. Next person I'd like to call is Dr. Okay. It's Dr. Olufemi. Okay. Dr. Olufemi. Oh, hold on. Can I just call Dr. Rudolph? Sorry, we have somebody on the phone. Dr. Rudolph. Dr. Rudolph, you are on the phone. You've been holding on. Can you, Professor Caroline, how does he talk from the phone?
Christine knows.
I will open my mic.
Okay. Dr. Rudolph, he's already holding on. Sorry about it. Can he share with us?
Sorry.
Thank you. The floor is yours.
Let me say Let me say sorry yesterday, and I'm grateful to be here today. This is Bishop Dr. Rudolph from Liberia, West Africa. We have been here doing our best since the civil war in the country in 1990, 2003. We entered into peaceful elections, 2005. And there are a lot of stories about Liberia. Liberia is a poorest country in the world. After the Civil War in 2007, we began to establish a secondary school in with the intention to establish a university for people to learn. And we have so many challenges. We experience Ebola, our students going to school, we experience so many health hazards every day. But in the midst of all of those things, with the political conditions and the suppression from the government and all citizens as well as international organizations, I managed to organize Rudolph for companies to help the sub-regions and also establish a Rudolph Quantum University College that is accredited by the government of Liberia to help the region for the life on a previous student to go to school. We are doing our best. We were able to also establish a great international bio university. We are serve as the president and international coordinator, helping global Christian around the world. I've been doing my best, but I need everyone cooperations. Liberia need help. Africa need help. We cannot abandon ourselves. We need help for ourselves. We need to change our mind. We need to change our mentality. Rudolph University College is here, purpose in Monrovia to receive and welcome every international stakeholder. I'm grateful and love. I actually appreciate the award today. Since service time, by our time today, I've been waiting and sitting, listening to all speeches and carefully observing. I'm grateful for the organization, and I want to pledge my official support and membership for this union. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rudolph, for sharing with us. We've heard how you've used your influence to help Liberia, and also you highlighted how, at the moment, the current situation. So on this platform, it's for a collaborative, people will collaborate and help each other. So we are happy that you shared with us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I would like to call on the next person, who is Ambassador Dr. Vinod. Dr. Vinod, can you unmute yourself and share with us how you are helping Africa with your work and changing Africa as well? Ambassador Dr. Vinod, the floor is yours. Do we have him? Otherwise, we move to Joyce Balidawa.
Hello, Adobe Amin.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Joyce. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, yeah.
This is Dr. Vinod, Ambassador Dr. Vinod here.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank Ambassador Dr. Winfred and Professor Caroline Makaka for giving me this opportunity to join this wonderful Loani family. As I have been in this humanitarian work for the last 31 years, I've heard from most of my colleagues here on this platform that they have quite a number of foundations. I do not have any foundations, but I have left my hands open to assist all these foundations. I'm a recipient of 2 honorable doctorates, several government titles, several international titles. I do work basically on the education sector, environment sector, health sector, food management, providing sanitary pads, for providing food, and I have been doing giving foods to vulnerable children of almost 20 schools, which gives about 1,000 children are fed every week for the last 30 years. As I've just mentioned, that I've left my arms open so that wherever I get opportunities to serve the community, I take that opportunity. Together with that, I am a Lion member for the last 31 years, serving at the cabinet level. And recently, I was appointed as a patron for Beyond Africa Poverty. I, as an individual, have never thought of looking at one field, but put my foot wherever I can. And I believe that together we can, spreading miles over miles. And our foundation, the Loani, all means all. I assure that as an individual, I shall try to lift the flag of Laoni wherever I do all my activities within my field. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Ambassador Vinod. Ambassador Dr. Vinod, well said. You really, you said you do food management, sanitary part. I was quite intrigued that a man is, I mean, you are helping the ladies to look after themselves with the hygiene. And I've also heard that you actually show them how to make it, thereby providing employment.
Employment.
Yes, because I heard that one the day we saw you. Thank you so much. And thank you on your appointment as a patron for Beyond Africa Poverty. And I'm sure you'll be helping a lot of people on this platform with that. Thank you so much.
Highly appreciated.
Yeah, thank you for
And
that.
thank you for this honor.
Okay, thank you. The next person is Joyce Baldewa. Joyce Baldewa, can you unmute yourself and share with us how you help Africa with what you do? Yes, Joyce.
Yeah, thank you very much. Distinguished guests, fellow change makers, and all participants, good day, wherever the day finds you. I was surprised. I asked myself, why me? Well, we have to rise to celebrate leadership in Africa. And through the birth of a child, a village rises, leaders emerge, and our communities stand. And right now, Africa is rising. How do we produce leaders? Through mentorship, growth, development. At the College of Health Sciences, Moore University, we have a unique program called Community-Based Education and Service, in brief, called COBS, and it raises leadership quality graduates. We have 4 schools with 8 undergraduate courses, and this program runs for a period of 5 years, starting in year 1 up to year 5 for all undergraduate students. It's mandatory, 27% of the curriculum. It trains students to become leaders with attributes such as critical thinkers, analytical, evidence-based, proactive, and agents of change who use information, education, and communication, and they must be technologically savvy. The program takes learning to the community, and the community now becomes the classroom. As we learn along and share the ideas with these communities, it becomes a school of life. The basic tools are ourselves to observe, share, interact, and integrate. In fact, we are practicing what is referred to as interprofessional education, which insists on collaboration and cooperation between multiple sectors and disciplines. So through COBS, we believe leadership is in service through promotion, prevention, curative, rehabilitation, intervention, investigation, innovation, and making an impact. Our goals are to influence, solve problems for the people and with the people. Our role is multifaceted, requiring strength, empathy, and wit. With our COPES program, we inspire, we leave a legacy of love, laughter, we guide, and we open opportunities for all to achieve their full potential. So what are we saying, or what are we asking? We're saying let our communities be our clinics, our homes, our classrooms, and our laboratories. I'm not being honored alone, but with those who have made me who I am, my students. So what are we saying? We're saying, may the spirit of COPES inspire us to get closer to the people. It is only then that we will be making an impact, addressing the 17 SDGs, and ensuring that education fosters sustainable development. It is by knowing the people's problems, sharing with them their problems, and understanding their problems from their perspectives that we are able to make that impactful effect. And we're saying that may the spirit of Ubuntu, which I've been hearing throughout all the presentations, remind us that I am because we are. And so the legacy we're leaving here, we're saying, may the legacy we leave behind be greater than the titles we hold. Thank you, Loani, for giving me this opportunity, for honoring me. It makes me feel great because we produce graduates for the community, for the nation, for the region, and definitely for the global market. Look for more university graduates. You'll be surprised. Thank you very much, Loani. This is a great honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joyce Baidawa. I like what you say. Well said, that the legacy we are leaving, may it be greater than the title we are holding. Well said. Just to let you know, we want to apologize for going over. We just have a few people. It's just worth sitting and inspiring others and listening to their stories. And I also like to mention that Dr. Vinod is actually the also the goodwill ambassador for Loani. So Dr. Vinod, who spoke before Joyce. The next speaker, we just have maybe about two more, is Janet Vijedi. Janet Vijedi, can you unmute yourself and share with us how what you're doing is leaving a legacy in Africa? Janet, the floor is yours. Janet, okay. Can we have Mercy, please? Can we have Mercy, please? Mercy, okay. Then can we have Dr. Olufemi? Dr. Olufemi, please. Can you unmute yourself and share with us how your work impacts?
Janet has just is not. I think she was not able to unmute herself. I just saw her.
Okay. Yeah, maybe she will try. Dr. Olufemi, are you around?
I can't hear you.
Please. Yes.
Okay.
Share with us how what you're doing is leaving a legacy in Africa. Thank you.
You're breaking. We can't hear you. I hope you can hear me.
Who is speaking? Is it
It's Janet.
Janet. Okay, Dr. Olufemi, please, can you just hold on? Okay, Janet. Yeah, you can speak. Janet Vijedi. You haven't unmuted.
Maybe network.
Okay, network. Can you hold on, Janet? Just have Dr. Olufemi Adegun. Dr. Olufemi, can you take the floor, please?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, and good evening in Africa. Yeah, my name is Dr. Olufemi Adegun, and I want to thank the leadership of Loani for honoring me today on this special Africa Day. And I also want to thank Dr. Christine, who nominated me for this award. So I'm the president of Canadian Institute of Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management. Actually, I migrated from Nigeria to Canada about 24 years ago. So to the glory of God, I'm the president of Canadian Institute of Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management, known as CITEM. I'm also the president of African Trade Export and Supermarket Canada, and also the president of SACIAC International. I'll be telling you more about both Atesca and SACIAC International later on. And I'm also the president of International Christians Ambassadors Ministry because I'm a pastor. So that my vision is on campus ministries in Canada and in Africa. And I'm also a member of United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs Sustainable Development. So as a member of the United Nations, implementing Sustainable Development Goals programs, I'm using this platform to implement some of those programs in Africa and in Canada. So right now we have about SACIAC International, under the platform of SACIAC International, we have almost about 12 countries in Africa that we are implementing Sustainable Development Goals programs, such as Poverty Alleviation, SDG 1, Food Insecurity, SDG 2, Health and Wellness, SDG 3, Quality Education, SDG 4, Women's Empowerment, SDG 5, Renewable Energy, SDG 7, Economic Growth and Empowerment for Youth, SDG 8, Climate Change, SDG 13, and SDG 16 that centers on justice, equity, and diversity, and also SDG 17 that centers on peace, collaboration, and partnerships. So as I said, we are using this platform to actually empower people in Africa as an NGO. The Senior Empowerment Assistance Center and also the Youth Empowerment Assistance Center. So we are empowering both the seniors and the youths in Africa, because I've always believed that we are so blessed as a continent that, in fact, no child in Africa should go to bed hungry. A situation whereby, the average feeding, according to the United Nations, average feeding capacity of a youth in Africa is about $2 per day. It's not acceptable at all. So these are the things we are trying to change. And I've always believed that the people that are going to change Africa, they are not the politicians. We've seen how the politicians have let us down. Africa has about 54 countries. And in each country, every country is so blessed with mineral resources, agro products that the world is looking for. So no child in Africa should go to bed hungry. Every child in Africa should have quality education. Every child in Africa, in fact, every person in Africa should have access to good health and wellness. We have the resources, but where we are lacking is visionary leadership. And I've always been championing the fact that the people that are going to turn Africa around are those of us in diaspora, Africans in diaspora, collaborating with our professional colleagues back home. We can do a lot. And so that was actually what motivated me to set up African Trade Export and Supermarket Canada. So the African Trade Export and Supermarket Canada is structured into two segments. So we have the back end, which is African Trade Exports, and we have the Supermarket Canada, which is the front end. So our mission is, in every African country, we are going to set up Atesca, that is African Trade Export and Supermarket Canada. And our mission is to expose the rich culture of Africa. We are so blessed that we need to expose the rich culture of Africa to the world to generate the necessary foreign exchange and to create economic value. In fact, instead of people, trying to kill themselves, migrating from Africa to this part of the world, it should be the other way around. Because we are so blessed in Africa. Look at the sunshine. Look at the beauty that even in terms of tourism that we can generate. Here in Canada, for almost 6 months, we are in the cold era. Even right now, it's still cold. And we are supposed to be going to summer. So we are so blessed in Africa that we should not be having this kind of problem we are having. So in Atesca, we want to set up an Atesca organization in every country in Africa to expose the rich culture of Africa in terms of agro-based products, in terms of African culture, artifacts, clothing, shoes, bags, whatever. And in front of that, we can create employment for the youth. We are trying to partner, we're going to partner with National Youth Service Corps in Nigeria and also the Youth Agency in Ghana, whereby the graduates of Africa should not be, wallowing in poverty and be roaming about the street with people's certificates. We are going to turn that around. And that's why we are creating this platform to be in every African country, whereby whatever that is exportable from your country to North America, you are welcome. So right now, we've been able to penetrate 25 countries in Africa, whereby we want to register. Some have already registered their organization at Atesca as an organization. And on the front end, here in Canada, we want to set up the first African supermarket in Canada by 2028. Right now, what we have is some silos, small African markets. We want to set up a very big African supermarket that will be in the contemporaries of Walmart, Freshco, No Frills. This is what is going to create employment for our people and also to be able to expose the agro products.
We have 2 minutes.
So basically, to round up, we have the intention of changing the continent. And I'm so happy to be honored today for this leadership award. And I believe definitely if we continue to collaborate like this within the next 5 years, by 2030, we can turn the affairs of Africa around. So that is our mission. So thank you very much once again for giving me this opportunity. I want to thank Loani and the leadership for honoring me today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Olufemi Adegun, for sharing with us what you're doing. It's quite a big project, and I'm sure many people will be willing to collaborate with you. Just leave your details on the platform, and those are interested will collaborate with you. Thank you for what you're doing. Okay, the next person that we'd like to invite is we have Rosemary Anita. Is Rosemary Anita present? Rosemary.
I think let Mercy or Janet come first.
Okay, Janet, can we have Janet back again? Janet, can you unmute yourself and take the floor? Otherwise, Mercy, if Mercy is around, can you unmute yourself and
Yeah, great Loani family. So excited we're here again. Good afternoon from Canada. My name is Mercy Itohansai, and I'm the president and founder of Women of Dignity International. It's such an awesome opportunity to see millions and thousands of leaders across the globe gathered this afternoon. I'm super excited as a beneficiary of this unique award. And I must say a very big thank you to our Professor Caroline for a big task she's executing across the globe. Thank you so much, Dr. Christine. Thank you, everyone. Yes, I represent Women of Dignity International, and WODI is automatically becoming a global organization where we have women and families being attended to. One of our own Africa initiative is the Global Skills Initiative. WODI came up with this program 3 years ago to see how we in Canada can support women and youth across Africa. And I must say right here, if you're interested in being a coordinator in any part of the world you belong to, please you reach out to me and we'll get you on board. What do we really do? We looked back in Africa and we said there was a need to build a skills initiative that people can leverage on to start building funds and business entrepreneur. And so we went across schools. As we speak, we have close to 48 schools across Africa. We want more of our people to get the power, to get the entrepreneurial skills to stand on their own. As the going says, teach me to fish, don't give me the fish. For how long are we going to give people the sharing portion? So we came up with this initiative to empower women after the skills. We'll give some loan for them to get equipment and they get running. There are a lot of testimonies from our coordinators across the few African nations we're operating right now. And the key area for me is the fact that the girls, the Black girls, are beginning to embrace entrepreneurial skills. You have some funding, you want us to train 10 to 15, 50 girls or women in skills acquisition, most especially in the restaurant business. Take, for instance, somebody wants to go into snack business. There is a need to learn the measurements, the ingredients, the procedures. And we've been able to reach out to so many women. We started with the schoolgirls, but funny enough, when their mothers bring them, they say, I can do this. I want to get this knowledge so I can run this business. So on the streets of Lagos, as we speak, and Ghana, we have women who already put their fry pans on the streets. And on a daily basis, they are making money, good money, from an initiative that didn't cost us up to 10,000 to produce about 1,000 women right now. So for us, we're passionate about spreading the good news. I've lived in Canada. I've seen the life in Canada, and I know the natural resources in Africa will build more individuals. I can't bring all my families here. I can't bring all my friends here. But if we begin to go back home to give back with the little knowledge we've gathered, it's going to build a better environment for our own people. So a rich African culture like ours is embraced in Women of Dignity, whereby we're developing more women, we're developing more youths. We want those who can go into entrepreneur to adapt to the simplest way of making money. Every resources are there, but how can they leverage on this? That's where WODI, Women of Dignity International, comes in. I appreciate this award. Like I said to someone this morning, it's a vibe for us to do more. It's an encouraging, fact to see people are watching what we're doing across the globe. I will want to solicit for support. A lot of these initiatives become beautiful and impactful when the funds keep coming in, when more people are registering. We're seeing Uganda recently, WODI partnered with an organization to produce the locally made pad so that our girls can feel bold, feel refreshed and rejuvenated. So these are the more things we do. Here in Canada, we have a massive food bank. We have our youth programs. We have our radio shows and everything. We're beginning to reach out to the global community. And I know with your support at Loani, we're going to do more across Africa. Thank you once again. God bless us.
Thank you so much, Mercy, for what you're doing with your WODI International. This is the first time I'm hearing about this, but it seems there's a lot that can be done, with your organization. So you might put your details there so that people can reach out to you and collaborate, because collaboration is what's more important.
Massive.
Thank you for founding WODI International.
Thank you.
The next person we'd like to call is Chief Rosemary. Chief Rosemary, can you unmute yourself and share with us how your legacy is helping Africa? Chief Rosemary. Okay. Please, if not, we can call them Janet, please. Janet.
Yes, thank you so much.
At last.
At last. I'm in a place where network is really a challenge.
Oh, that's okay. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. What an honor. Really, I'm humbled to Loani, the leadership led by Mama Globe, Dr. Caroline, and all the leadership. Thank you so much. And even all those who have been honored, like me, I'm sure I borrowed some of the skills from some of you because we've been sharing on the walls, we've been sharing in our meetings. I want to thank all of us for supporting me. Ambassador Janet Vijedi, a passionate educator with over 20 years of experience in education sector from Kenya. With the background of teaching, of course, my roles with the government have majorly included supporting educators, especially at basic education levels, towards best practices in the implementation of all educational programs. But what is it that led me to become a teacher, an educator? I lost my parents at a very tender age when I was still in primary school. And believe me, it was my teachers and members of the community who raised me. These teachers took me in as their own, and they saw me through my education. I loved teachers from hence up to now. And therefore, many times I make a joke, but I'm serious. Once a teacher, always a teacher. I love, therefore, to support the teachers. And thank God, my government, who employed me as a teacher, saw the capacity in me and has raised me up to the level of now me supporting teachers. And therefore, I ensure during my support that there is equity, there is inclusivity, there is effective provision of teaching and learning service and development. Because this is what I saw the teachers who supported me. Actually, there were majorly two. Those two teachers, that is what they did. And I grew up knowing that there is need to be fair to everybody. There is need to bring on board everybody. I was never discriminated. So I've grown up knowing that there is that need to look at all teachers, all educators, whatever the level, whether you are at ECD level, whether you are at elementary or high school, or whichever level, you are a teacher. And so even after exiting government, of course, after getting so much experiences, getting so much knowledge, because actually government supported me. I've attended so many international, national, and even regional trainings.
Remember 2 minutes.
Oh yes, from this, of course, I've now customized what I have learned from the government to supplement the government effort and continue supporting the teachers to be innovative, support the teachers to be inclusive and use inclusive strategies and technology in their classrooms. Teachers at all levels, even the leaders, use workshops, use seminars. When I go to my church, I use the same information so that the community supports the teachers. When I go to whatever forum I use, whether it is government or it is not government, I use that. I think it is out of this that I have exemplified my leadership, because all the other stakeholders I've worked with have noted my participation, my resilience. They have noted my commitment. And I think I cannot say I've done bad. And probably that is what Loani saw in me. I have therefore participated also in the authoring of training manuals in the country, especially in our new education system, competence-based education, teacher professional.
Sorry, I'm not trying to, so that you can summarize it.
Okay. So my belief is that education is a lifelong journey. My present right now is the teacher. That's my focus presently. Why? For the future, for the learner. Educators are therefore very key in ensuring every child learns. And therefore, these educators must be resilient. They must be innovative. They must have leadership skills. But remember, without a motivated, well-trained and supported educator, no learning will happen. Therefore, where education thrives, peace will thrive and conflict will fade, because classrooms, schools are more than learning. They are safety, they are a sense of belonging, and an opportunity for all. This therefore aligns strongly with the Loani's mission of building a world where all means all. Thank you so much for the opportunity. God bless.
Thank you, Janet, for sharing with you. And you made us realize that teachers are very important because you were raised by one. Thank you for sharing that with us. And that is very impactful. Thank you for staying all this time just to support everybody. We just have two more people, please. We have
we forgot
Patrick Muzungu from Kenya. Patrick, can you unmute yourself and share with us? Patrick Muzungu, can you 2 minutes, please? Patrick, can you unmute and share with us? Patrick Muzungu from Kenya.
Patrick, you're talking, but you're muted. Please unmute.
Unmute yourself. Patrick.
Patrick.
Yes. Yeah, good morning, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, please. And 2 minutes. Patrick, please, 2 minutes. Please, 2 minutes.
I will take one.
Okay, thank
you. I'm so much happy to nominate me in this one. And what I'm telling you is I am heading a special school. I have now started a program whereby we want anybody to get blessings by helping a disabled child at Sahajanad Special School. May God bless you.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
I'm finished.
Patrick, yes? Thank you for keeping it short.
Ada, please, let me just add something very small for Patrick. Patrick is very special because he takes care of, is it 3,000 special needs children in Kenya? Over 3,000. And last week, he offered to take in a child using his own resources from a program we were online. He offered to pay transport for the parent to transport the child from one county to where he is in Mombasa. He offered to pay the school fees for this child. And this child has been out for many years. I think Patrick is just a special person.
Patrick, thank you so much. You know, you're going out of your pocket doing this, which is very, very exemplary. I know most people on this channel also go out of their pocket, but thank you so much. Okay. And the next person we have is Rosemary. Rosemary, are you in? If you can unmute yourself and share with us. Rosemary. Okay.
Okay.
Professor,
Rosemary.
Rosemary.
This is Rosemary. Yes, please. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes, good afternoon.
I'm very sorry I've been in the church. but I put my phone on, the other phone, but suddenly the battery, got weak. I have to quickly transfer to this. My background might be a little bit noisy because I have to leave the church and come out. Is that okay?
Yes. We can hear you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And I understand that our time is limited, 2 minutes, at most 3 minutes. I'm going to do my best to talk within that time frame. First and foremost, I want to give credit to Loani. Every team of Loani, you've done job well done. It's a wonderful, amazing program, and it's a challenge to some of us, especially like me. I am highly inspired about this program, and may God Almighty continue to uplift you and give you more grounds and more heights in the name of Jesus. Amen. My full name is Rosemary Iyabo Jimo Anifowoshe. I'm a Christian by faith, by the grace of God. And I am the founder and the chief servant leader, and of course, the queen mother of Canada Sis Global. Canada Sis Global is a registered charity organization in Canada, and we are into 100% humanitarian and charity services and activity all over the world. But we have not really stretched our tentacles yet all over the world. We are just still growing and growing, but by the grace of God, we are really thriving a lot, like in Africa, Nigeria specifically, and in Canada for now. Though we also have some of our members in Turkey, in the UK, and also in the US and South Africa. But majorly for now, we are really concentrating majorly in Nigeria and in Canada. And by the grace of God Almighty, Canada Sis Global has impacted the world positively. Like our tagline is women positively, impacting lives. And indeed, we are really truly impacting lives, okay? My mission is a vision from God, really. Is a mission, I'm commissioned by God to do what I am doing, really. And that took effect about many years back when in my
Remember
dream,
2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, when in my dream I got the revelation to do what I'm doing, and by the grace of Almighty God, I am doing it. We give free distribution of food to the elderly people, men and women, especially the needy and the less privileged. When we do that on a monthly basis and in quantum, we also give out sanitary towel to female girls, and we give also Pampers to the children and pregnant women. We distribute on a quarterly basis fuel, because there is fuel scarcity in my country. So we ensure that people who are commuting are able to go to their respective places of business by giving them free fuel to help them navigate their business and make some money to feed their family. We also were engaged in free acquisition, skill acquisition classes and trainings to women and to youth. So we do that as well in various areas, in sewing, in artwork, in how to bake, in how to do a lot of things, beads, how to make shoes, how to make bags, how to do a lot of things just to make sure the women are empowered, and they are financially sufficient to run their daily lives. We do a whole lot of things. And of recent, we are planning on the 28th of this month to commemorate the World sanitary pad day, which is coming up on the 28th. And we are prepared already to distribute sanitary pad free of charge to 20,000 women. We have already made the arrangement of the field where the women people will be gathered on the 28th. We are going to televise it and everybody is going to see it. Also, we are empowering less privileged people to start to engage in trade, petty trade. So far, this is it in a nutshell. And we are into religious activities as well. And I pray that God will continue to help us in Jesus' name. Thank you.
Amen.
Just amazing.
Thank you, Rosemary, for sharing with us all you do.
Yes.
That was very impactful. Thank you.
Yes,
Sorry you have
thank
to
you.
rush you. It's
Yeah,
because
no, it's okay. It's okay. I understand. Thank
yes,
you for the time.
we got your sanitary, everything you do.
Just
And
want to say,
keep us
just want
posted.
to say one thing. Rosemary is also donating some menstrual cups to some of the girls in Kenya. Although she's not there, but she's also helping transforming lives for 10 girls. Yeah, I just wanted to mention it. She's doing amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary, for that.
Thank you
And
very
then
much.
we have thank you for those that have stayed so far. I really appreciate, because I know, it's just to support people. The next person, the last person we have now is called Emmanuel. Emmanuel, can you unmute yourself and share with us how your legacy is helping Africa? Emmanuel.
Thank you, my baby man, Namabwana. I worked in Kenya for a while, so
2 minutes.
I'm happy to reconnect with. Don't worry, I'm happy to reconnect with a lot of people from East Africa. Hello, everyone. Emmanuel Adebola here. It's a privilege to join with you. I'm very proud of my African heritage, even though I reside in Canada. I lead a group called ANA. I'm a business consultant, but I also lead a group called ANA Global, where we facilitate entrepreneurship development for peoples of African and Caribbean descent. Our goal is that it's not enough for us people to migrate into developed countries. We are looking for ways to integrate into the community, help ourselves to be economic providers to the environment, and so far we're doing good in that, and we're also building relationships with the relevant stakeholders across Canada and beyond. I want to thank you for the initiative of the leaders of all nations. I know that the best is yet to come, and I look forward to working with you on different levels. Have a great day. I hope some of you will be at the G7 summit next month. I believe that we should be there supporting such initiatives because we belong to the top. Have a great day.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Emmanuel Adebola. Thank you for sharing with us what you do. I think, is there anybody that hasn't spoken? Because Emmanuel has just shared with us some of the work he does and everything. Is there anyone that hasn't spoken?
Hi, everyone. Loani, great Laonians. This is Gloria Odiade.
Okay.
I haven't spoken. Sorry, Dr. Christine Obaigwa. Thank you for inviting me for this great gathering. It's a gathering of powerful African people. And I want to appreciate everyone here. I've been in the meeting, church activities, since morning, since 8 a.m. So I didn't know it's clashing with my today's program. So just in a nutshell, my name is Gloria Odiade. I'm a founder and an active president of Women of Distinction Touching Life Foundation, just to make it quick and brief. So the Women of Distinction, and also I'm the initiator, the convener of the recent celebrated Black Royal, that is African Caribbean Black Royals Day, which Dr. Christine Obaigwa is one of the leaders that was recognized in this occasion. That was May 11. So to the glory of God, we have done a lot of impactful things. The Women of Distinction is a not-for-profit organization dedicated to providing, essential life care support to those in need. We are committed to fostering social interrelatedness and also promoting economic opportunity through equitable and sustainable initiatives. Our goal include, but not limited, offering comprehensive support services to vulnerable individuals in the community. We also are creating sustainable pathway for youth empowerment and engagements, right? So also we're combating racial injustice and supporting isolated and vulnerable communities, particularly in Canada and also in Nigeria. Our organization exists to deliver healthy programs, outreach training, events, and care support services. I'm trying to rush up, right?
Yeah.
Ensuring that the most disadvantaged individuals in the community receive the help and opportunity they need to thrive. So right now, we have done a lot of impactful thing in the community, both in Nigeria, because the Women of the Station started in Nigeria 7 years ago. And to the glory of God, we have touched a lot of lives. We have done a lot of community initiatives, women empowering women, skill acquisition, cooking class, baking classes. And also for the youth, we make sure we empower our youth through an online training like cyber security and also social media handlings for the youth. So we make sure that our youth are engaged, because we take the youth off the street so that they don't engage in crime. Because when they are busy, these are the great leaders of our future. And also, Women of the Station do every year, we make sure, not only every year, like once in a month, we do community food bank, like drive-through food bank through our organization. And also, we Women of the Station as well, we support other initiatives. We are open for collaboration and so many other things. And most importantly, of recent, this year, we brought an initiative to bring all the African Caribbean communities together, which we celebrated through one of the biggest cities in Ontario, Brampton, precisely. So this initiative is a bridging the gap that has been existing in the midst of most African Caribbean community, not only Nigeria. So this initiative celebrates a lot of people in the industry, like the healthcare sector, the entertainment industry. So we give award to people that merited it by voting, because we believe that this industry has impacted our community positively. And the mayor of Brampton, Mayor Patrick Brown, declared this initiative as one of the top-notch and one of its kind in the city of Brampton and also in Ontario and across Canada, because this initiative is not. Yeah, thank you. This initiative has really it's a bridge that is bringing all African Caribbean communities together. We celebrate Black Royals Day, and it has been declared as a proclamation for all the African Caribbean community that on the 26th of April, we'll be celebrating Black Royals Day in the city of Brampton and also in Toronto. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it, and I'm not taking it for granted. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you so much. They said the person that speaks last. We've seen all the things you are doing. We are very impacted. Is there anybody that hasn't spoken? Is there anybody?
I don't think I've spoken. It's Josine.
Okay, Josine. Oh, okay. This is the very last one. Josine, unmute yourself. Please, I'm sorry, everyone. Please, that's the last one.
It's because she didn't write her name. So
really,
whether she was in the meeting.
It's Margaret also.
I thought it was showing over there because I'm using a different link today, so I'm really sorry if it wasn't showing. Thank you so much for this honor tonight. I'm really, really happy. I really appreciate for what the organization is doing. Thank you, Professor Makaka. Thank you, Adeobi and Christine, Dr. Christine. Thank you so much for this platform today. And I really appreciate everything. I'm a retired lecturer in London. I do teach health and social care in universities and colleges. I'm an author of 22 inspirational books. I'm an entrepreneur in Airbnb, Zimbabwe, Egypt. I am an ex-freedom fighter for Zimbabwe, so I'm a philanthropist as well. I hold in 2 doctorates, humanity and philosophy. I do work with women as Women in Kindness. That's my organization, which I really help women to empower them regarding to economic sustainability. I do help women who are disabled and those who have suffered domestic violence and those who are affected with HIV and AIDS. I do help them from the background of my experience, as well as 40 years ago where I experienced domestic violence. So I felt like there's so many women like me who are unable to talk, who were unable to talk during that time. So I decided that I should go in this venture to help other women to write their stories, to talk about their problems, to share, so that as women, we know it's not only one person who is experiencing that. So by way of teaching them how to write, I've got an organization as well, Aspiring Authors Vision, where I help people, especially those first-time writers who are not able to write. We do it as an anthology to help them to write as well their stories. And alongside that, I do help here in England. I do work alongside social workers, police, and NHS to go into hospitals and try and help women to speak up. There are some people who are still not able to share their stories openly because they are afraid of, stigma alongside what they're going through. So we do help those women. I'm not going to take a lot of time since I'm the last one. I don't know. Let's talk about Ubuntu. As we do this together, we are raising the flag of our organization, which is Loani. We work together and lead all over by example to do the great sustainable development of Africa and wherever the country we are and representing. Happy Africa Day to all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Margaret. Is it Josine? I can't see your name.
I'm Dr. Josine Abrams.
Oh, Dr. Josine. Thank you so much, Dr. Josine, for sharing with us what you do, going to hospitals and everything. I mean, you are definitely the last person. Is there any person that hasn't spoken?
Yes,
Anyone?
Margaret.
Okay, Margaret. Yeah. Okay, Margaret.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving me this time. Happy Africa Day. I'm truly honored to receive this award. My name is Margaret from Kenya. I work as a director in the Center for Character and Leadership. I accept this nomination on behalf of every youth who requires character transformation, because that is what I work on. My initiative is Adopt a Tree initiative. Here we fight climate change through character transformation. What I do is we plant trees and we tag the servant leadership virtues. So first we discuss the servant leadership virtues, which are honesty, kindness, forgiveness, empathy, stewardship, noble purpose, love, and integrity. So we discuss these virtues with the learners, and after discussing them, then I ask them to examine themselves and pick on a virtue they would want to cultivate over time. So I give them the trees they plant, and then they tag the virtue they lack. As they nurture the tree, they also nurture the virtue. And we realize that as time goes by, these virtues,
2 minutes, please.
These virtues grow in them, and they practice them, and they transform their characters, hence transforming the community. So far I have done in 16 counties, also in some countries in sub-Saharan Africa, and we are looking forward to attaining the 10% tree cover in our country. Thank you for the time.
Thank you. Thank you. The tree planting is really poetic. Thank you. That is a strategy that will help people to nurture things. Thank you so much. Yeah. And there's no one still waiting. I just want to share a little bit about myself. I'm only doing it because of what I've heard today. As Dr. Christine told you, I'm an accredited civil and commercial mediator. I'm registered with the CMC in England. That means that I can mediate all over the world, Canada, Africa, US. What I mediate on, currently I'm working in the prison, and I mediate for restitutive justice, meaning that when people have committed a crime, they can have a meeting with the family so that they can talk about how the crime affects. Because sometimes when somebody does bad to another person, they don't know how they feel. So the person that did the crime gets heard and see from the victim's point of view. In that way, they get less. Their sentence gets reduced by 2 years. So I mediate on that, and I always mediate on workplace, and also couples. What pains me about this is because in Africa there's land dispute. This thing can be mediated on instead of resorting to killing. Sometimes siblings fall out, they never talk to themselves again. And this is very painful because all these things can be mediated. Family, some people don't allow their grandparents to see the children. These things can be mediated on. I've done it, and also falling out with your best friend. It's just a simple thing, but it's because we are both looking at different sides. So I would like to give free mediation. If you know you have issues with family, with land, or with a gang. I also do gang. If the people are like Suku said, people don't know what certain things does. If you're having problem with your teenager, anything, I'll be doing it for free. And if you are not living in UK, then it will be by Zoom. So you can contact me. I put my details. Normally, our mediation costs about probably a session for about £200, but I've decided to do it for free because I want to help Africa Legacy. I don't want people to be in perpetual conflict. I can also do US, Canada. It could be with your business partner, anything. You can call me. My details are there, or you can speak to Caroline. Thank you.
Adobe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ada. You are just amazing. You're just amazing. I think we're gonna think about a podcast so that we have each one of us take 30 minutes just to tell us their story. We record it, we take it on air, the whole world gets to know what you're doing. And so we have two great ladies who are going to wind up the session for us. And I want to call upon Ambassador Dr. Robbie.
And Dr. Monica Gomez.
And then we'll have Dr. Monica Gomez. Guys, please just listen to this wisdom. Don't leave the room until we are done. Welcome, Dr. Robbie.
Can we call Dr. Monica first, please?
Oh, Dr. Monica, sorry, Dr. Monica. And then Dr. Robbie will finish the meeting for us.
Hello, my dear friends and family of Loani from all around the nations, where all means all. I am so grateful to be amongst you, family and friends. I am humbled to hear each and one of your stories. Your stories are like humanitarian Bible scholars for me. I have learned much and I hope to learn much more. Now, my question to close this in my heart. If everything is shaken and moved for you and me today or in the future years, what will you take and what will your legacy be? Will you still be standing in front of what you are doing as a humanitarian, as the lover of others and a servant of God? Whatever walk you have in grace with God Almighty, I respect it, but I just want to say, may the Lord God, may Jesus Christ, and every walk of your way, may be He, your security, your abundance, your love, your steadfast moment, that all together as we celebrate Africa, happy Africa Day. I am so excited to be part of you. You could see me with this color, but my heart burns in you, my family, my friends. I want to thank above all things, I want to thank God. And I want to thank Dr. Caroline Makaka and all of the Loani family for giving us this privilege to unite around the nations in different hours. And all of you, thank you for sustaining yourself during all of these hours, listening to the gratefulness and treasures that each and one have inside. I want to learn more. Alliances are together. And to hear, I want to be part of whatever you do. I'm Dr. Monica Go, the chair for humanitarian work for Global and Loani. And thank you again. I'm excited to be part of you. And hopefully we will see each other in Africa soon. God bless you all. Great work. Love you all. Happy Africa Day.
Happy Africa Day. We love you, Dr. Monica. You're just amazing. Dr. Robbie, please unmute yourself and give us your wisdom.
I love today. What a great job. And I learned so much of the beautiful work that everybody is doing. And one of the things, we totally are one. We don't compete, we complete each other. And together, we're going to make the world a better place. And I love all of you, and I look forward to seeing you in Africa. And Loani, what great work you do all over the world. You're changing lives every day. I'm honored to be a part of this.
Simple. Ada, what do you have to say? We are finished.
We have Ambassador Lenora. She wants to say a few words.
Okay, let us say a few words first here, Ambassador Lenora.
Yes. Again, I want everyone, like I said, that want to participate in a new program for the diplomat ambassadorship. Send your logo. We may even use some in your signature. This is a new program that we're going to be branching around the world. You will receive automatically a new certificate showing that you are participating and are connecting with us, as well as some of you will also receive an ID badge and a actually shield badge, which is a beautiful badge to show that you can use when you go to travel to other countries. It actually gives you more permission as being treated as a queen because of the program that's interacting with GIA and Loani. So we're really stressing for new other leaders to come and join us. And basically, most of you that, like I said, that are GIA alumni, you get yours for free. Others, we may have to put a fee on it, but it's not that much. But we really want to grow. Dr. Makaka understands. She approved it because I was trying to branch with another school, but she stated, we have so many members around the world that we can develop our own. So I can't stress it enough to ask you all, please reach out to me at giaprocessing@gmail.com so you can be prepared to receive your new certificate, which will be 11 by 17, most likely printed. You can print it off. And then also I will send out to her a copy of the badge. I wish I had it in front of me. I'm going to grab it real quick because I do have one in my purse. So while someone talking, let me get the badge real quick, and I'm going to show you what it would look like. Okay.
This is a miracle. What can you call it?
How many hours? Dr. Rand,
oh, you guys, you're just amazing. Thank you for holding in more than 50 of us to the end. So we are going to wind up as we are finishing with Dr. Lenora.
Maybe Ambassador Randy can just say a few words.
Okay, I'm back. This is what you will get. You can put it in your wallet, and it's a beautiful shield badge. And then also we will send you a certificate, and also you will get an ID card, which looks like this with your picture on it. So I need many of you to come and join so you can be a new member of the diplomat program. So, and it's a real gold police badge type shield. So we will be ordering them and we will be mailing them out
around the world. And so that's probably the only thing that we probably will charge for is that, but it shouldn't be a whole lot. But this is what the badge look like. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to make it so you can see it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Wonderful.
So that, I mean, this is really beautiful, and we want to grow for men's and women's. And it's going to be a new diplomat program that's going to be launched with Loani and also GIA. So I can't stress it enough. Thank you, and happy holidays to all of the ones in the United States or around the world that celebrate Memorial Day.
Thank you.
Professor Makaka, you need to say something on our behalf.
Can I just say something? I just want to thank all the people that's come today on this platform, because I heard so much stories, and there's some that were so touching, but I just couldn't say much. Thank you for allowing me to host you, and also for listening to me. You can reach out to each other. We have all the details there, and if you don't have the details, you can phone Dr. Caroline Makaka, Professor, and she can tell you, or you can reach out to Christine or myself. We are all in that Loani, going to Kenya. My name is there, Dr. Adobe Onyekwele Bakare. Thank you so much.
Professor Makaka, last word, then we have a group photo. Then remember, we are going to Kenya.
Group photo. 1 second, I'm just driving. Okay, 1 second, let me just stop. Hold on. Can you hear me, Christine?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you might hear noise because I'm on the road. Okay, so I'm so sorry. So I just want to take a moment to thank everyone. Your support, your encouragement, and your presence means more than words can express. We just appreciate when we say all means all. It just means that we all come together, joining forces, creating a legacy. The more we create the legacy, the more we enlighten the world around us. So I just want to say thank you so much. God bless you. And we continue to spread love and kindness. Our next stop is Kenya. Then we also have Portugal. It's just around the world. But thank you so much. I just want Dr. Randy to say something.
And Dr. Marietta, where did she go?
Is she here?
Okay, I just want to say it was so wonderful to connect with all of you. And that's what I do. I am the Loani Global Visionary Goodwill Ambassador, and I love connecting people. So I hope all of you will connect with each other. If your passions are the same, or if you feel invited to join somebody with a passion you've been wanting to do but didn't know how to do it, I think this is a great opportunity for us all to unite. As we always say, we are all one. Okay, we do. As Robbie says, we don't complete each other. We don't compete with each other. We complete each other. So this is what we need to do, guys. So talk to each other, connect with each other, save the chat so you get information. That's very important. And just God bless everybody and congratulations. And have a wonderful weekend. We've been together for 4 hours, but it was glorious. So thank you all for your messages.
And don't forget about Canada.
Oh, Canada, yes.
Open your videos so that we take a group photo, a beautiful one.
Thank you, Dr. Randy. We hope to see you in Canada next year, Black Royalty.
Yes.
And all the wonderful.
That will be awesome. We're looking forward to that.
We're looking forward for you guys to
They're
join
coming,
us
Dr. Robbie, Dr. Peterson, coming to Canada.
Yes.
Okay, you can continue.
Waiting for you guys next year, by the grace of God.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen. Allow me to take the photos. Allow me to take the photos. I have 3 screens, please. Just continue talking to one another. I'm almost
Keep
done.
smiling. Keep thumbs up.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Everyone.
Love you, Professor Caroline.
Christine.
More than a million women in one.
Thank you very much.
Love you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Christine, for the reminders. Professor
Thank you,
Professor Caroline Makaka and everyone. Thank you.
all the love from Canada to you all.
Thank you so much.
Love you, love you.
Congratulations to
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank you so much for the award.
Foreigners, good to see you.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
Thank
Pleasure now.
Thank you.
See you in
What?
Kenya. Bye.
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 Bye.